All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
It's the 6 o'clock check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static, AM radio.
It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites.
Very impressive. Taking a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine.
Girl, I can't understand it. Why you wanna hurt me?
That's why it's the Stanley Cup.
After all of the things I've done for you.
It's hard. It's hard.
I buy you champagne and roses, put diamonds on your finger. Still you hang out all night. What am I to do? My girl wants to party all the
time. Good night, golden nights. It's a gentleman's sweet. Good night, golden nights. Cup and put you to sleep. You'll never be a winner, 'cause you can't beat Stuart Skinner. Good night, golden nights.
Try, try, try. Try, 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 try. Try, 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 try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try, 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 try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. 'Cause it's try, 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 try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2.
6:09 on a Monday morning.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you all of a sudden?
You're back.
My name is Dustin Nielson,
Hey.
and it's a pleasure to be here. But it's one show only. And then I'm off to see LeBron James, assuming he plays. He hasn't played the last 2 games, but
yes.
I'm flying to LA first thing tomorrow morning, going to live my other dream.
Yeah, flying to LA.
Going to see...
Which team are you calling this week, eh?
No. I heard you and Fraser causing some issues.
You know, and we said with every time we said it, a disclaimer that we're just, and yet still people took it and ran with it.
I had people hit me up on Twitter being like, what's happening to EST now that you're leaving? I was like, I'm not leaving. What are you talking about?
But I think it goes to show the job you did, it was easily believed.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah. I think it went really well, actually. Yeah. It was...
Plaudits from all over the country.
It was nice to like...
All over the country.
Yeah, well, for most of the country. It was nice to get like one shot at it and knock it out of the park. The producer messaged me yesterday, actually. He's just like, hey, he goes, just so you know, the feedback's been absolutely incredible. I look forward to working with you again very soon. And I was like, all right.
Coming off a week in Mexico.
You
got to mention that as well.
I will say this. I was actually pretty sick on Thursday when I called that game. Like, I was sniffling. I was blowing my nose. It was just, it was a mess.
MJ, where are you?
Yeah. The flu game.
Right?
The flu game. I don't think it was the flu, but I had
it doesn't
a tough
matter.
week.
Yeah.
This is like the first morning I actually feel like myself again.
We're back.
That's nice. But yeah, I'm very excited for the show today. And I'll be more excited when I get a chance to settle back in with you boys next week. But
then you're gone the week after, correct?
No, 2 weeks after.
No.
Yeah. But then after that, I'm here for a little while.
Then CFL season really ratchets it up. And
but CFL, it's usually just Thursdays and Fridays, right? Like,
and the odd Wednesday.
Sometimes a Wednesday, but very rarely a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sometimes a Wednesday. But I mean, I love you guys. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. We'll dive into that game. Also, let me see if the boys. The Play Alberta early bird bet of the day is an Ottawa Senators parlay today.
Well,
why not?
You do have the
why not
in-depth knowledge of the club now.
Hey, I like that team. They're pretty good.
Talk Zoop to me.
Anyway, you'll find that. We'll get up to it. It should be pretty basic. I don't even know what the number is. I kept it pretty simple, but we'll get to it. Play Alberta is the title. Oh, it's a nice number. Play Alberta is the title sponsor. Yeah, right? That's my McDavid version, but for Ottawa, Play Alberta is the title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Download the Play Alberta app today. Go to playalberta.ca every single day. Click on EST Specials. We're always populating that EST Specials page, so you can find it over there as well. The Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Pick up that new Train furnace right now and get 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Pretty sweet deal. Visit Weiss-Johnson.com and book an estimate today. How about that wind yesterday? Trev, hey, did that not feel like Southern Alberta to you, my man?
It was a little windy.
It was a little windy yesterday.
That wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was windy. First time in my 3.5 years of living in Edmonton that
You're willing to admit it yesterday.
Yeah, like
it was windy.
It was windy here for the first time. Not any other day, but yesterday was the first time. So it was pretty windy. I was walking into a grocery store and I had to hold my cap because it was damn near blowing off.
It was the Muds had a hockey game in St. Albert at 8:30. Went to 9:30, and so what time was it? So then the kids went swimming. So I was driving home from St. Albert around 11 on the hen day, and I was white knuckling it, and I was fighting the wind so much that when I got to an overpass and I went underneath it, my vehicle corrected because I was pulling to the right so much. That was probably outside of my days in Lethbridge the strongest wind that I've ever driven in yesterday. That was nuts.
Man,
it was nuts. My parents said in Cranbrook it was so windy, shingles were flying off their roof.
Yeah, that'll happen. I wonder what it was, like what the KPH was. I never looked that up.
I looked on the app, 80? Like just a generic iPhone weather app.
80 to 100?
It was 70. It only said 75, but it felt stronger. A bunch of garbage cans were blown over in my neighborhood.
Saw that.
Driving up 107th this morning, I saw a sign that had been blown over. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
It was nuts.
It really was. It really was. Good to see you, Trev.
It's good to see you, Dusty.
I miss you, my man.
I miss you too. I'm so
love you,
proud of
Trev.
you. I watched
so proud of you.
I listened to you and I watched you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was
It's
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks,
a cute
man.
kid. You're a cute kid, Dusty.
I'm a cute kid, he says. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My parents did get a couple pictures there that they put on. Yeah.
You
Yeah, that was
goalie.
fun.
I like the story about, well, it was funny enough. As soon as I got glasses is when I
True
started
story.
sucking.
Once I started seeing the puck, man, I was just like, I'm done with this goalie stuff. Before, I had to stay so focused on it. It was like a blur until it got right in front of me. And then, yeah, it wasn't good. By the way, a conch for Jamie McLennan.
Yeah, you guys
helping a
just-
young broadcaster like myself. You know, yeah. Noodles is the pro's pro, and he knows absolutely everybody. And he likes, I'm going to talk with this when he's on Wednesday, but he's one of those guys who dictates his texts. So we're sitting in the back of a couple of cabs, Teslas, actually, if you can believe it, over the last week. And he's like texting, but he's just talking to his phone. I'm sitting right next to him. He's just like, plug it back in. Unplug it in and plug it back in again. Send, click. And he's just messaging. I said to him, I said, is that what you do all the time? He goes, yeah, I just find it easier. But he's like, do you guys ever talk to text? Ever?
No.
I don't even do it in my vehicle.
No. Yeah, no. Not even. Like there was a phase when it first became a thing. I was like, oh, this
This
is
is
kind of
so cool.
Yeah, and then it just,
Noodles is doing it. Like he's on his phone all the time, and it's just constantly. I don't know. How many of you listening right now use the like talk to text thing where you like hit the button, say what you want to text, and then hit send, or say send at the end of it.
Yeah.
I've done that like once in my life. It feels like too much of a hassle. But yeah, what say you? 780-218-90. Have you ever done that, Rick? No. By the way, my phone is fixed too. It got smashed in Mexico. I went to Dr. Phone Fix or something next to Wayne's in the Italian Center, and I walked in there, and I mean, it was smashed to smithereens. And I looked at the lady and I held it up to her. I said, "Is there any way you could salvage this?" And she goes, "Give me 45 minutes, $80."
Oh.
And it's like I got a brand new phone.
Nice.
Which was kind of nice. Good. So shout out to Dr. Phone Fix or
Spelled
Dr.
Phone. Like it's just a coincidence that like my last name is Phone. Oh yeah. I should get into the phone fixing business.
You can text us anytime. That'll get you into the Royal Pete's Text of the Day contest. Text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. They're online, parisjewelers.com. They're also at West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway Mall, Londonderry Mall, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center. Canadian family owned. Check out PJ's. Don't be a dud. Be a stud. And one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza Text of the Day.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Order online, royalpizza.ca. It's one of their 14 Edmonton area locations. Available now for a limited time only. The Spicy Vegetarian. They've dropped that on you right now, so you probably want to give that a go. I do want to dive into the inbox. Lots of text messages flying in on the show today. A lot of people looking for conch requests. Let's get to this one from your boy Blue. Conch goes out to the Italian Center. That's good. For their sandwiches. Work brought in an assortment of sandwiches. Was probably one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. I like that. Fergie's prostate is in at 5:55 this morning. Good morning, fellas. Going for another knee operation today.
He's running out of knees.
How many knees does this guy have? My God. Can I get a conch for the doctor and the staff at the surgical clinic that do such great work? I mean, I don't want to take away from the work, but how much great work do they do when you have to keep going back for knee surgeries? Like, at some point, you just hope they get the job done right. Anyway, best of luck, Ferg. We'll see how that goes. Dr. Seuss is in and says, "Can I get a conch for my U11 basketball team? Just got back from provincials in Calgary. Didn't win a game, but they kept every game close. Had dunk contests in the pool and one hell of a season. Great group of kids. Very proud of them, especially my sons who are listening with me this morning. Congratulations, boys." Hey, by the way, when we were gone in Mexico, I didn't chat about this on the show last week. I don't think I did. But Marshall's U11 team won their championship. Yeah, conch to Coach Matt. Getting it done without assistant coach Dusty there for the ride. They beat a team in the final that beat us by 30 earlier in the year. So shout out to Matt Burrows. Many of you might know Matt Burrows. Phenomenal basketball coach, even at the U11 level. I learned so much coaching alongside him. Yeah. I feel like I can spread my wings and fly on my own now. You know, it's pretty impressive.
Nacho Man suggests Fergie's prostate goes to Dr. Knee Fix It. Kevin says the knee place seems like a money grab.
It does, doesn't it?
There's something going on.
You know what? I just think we're going to have to get back in there one more time. Who's sending in the Dr. Knee Fix It?
Nacho Man.
Nacho Man. That's pretty good, Nacho Man. I like that. One of your texts ended up winning that Royal Pizza text of the day. Let's dive into a few more of the inbox. We're going to dive into that game last night as well. 6 o'clock.
Sabres Lightning?
Man, what a game. We're going to talk about that with Dregs for sure. You see what the Sabres just sort of announcing themselves.
Old-time hockey.
Yeah, they've been the best team in the league since early December. Dome Skeeter's in. It says 6 o'clock check-in courtesy of my daughter's first tooth.
Hey.
The daughter has a tooth today. Happy Charge, boys, he says. Yes. I totally forgot to shave in my chin strap. Next time you see me, which will be next Monday, I will have my chin strap going for the second half of Charge.
Looking good down in L.A.?
Does
Tammy trust you with a chin strap down in L.A. alone?
Probably not. She'll probably say, shave that in when you get back. People down in the United States of America love men with chin straps. The last thing I need is to go down there even sexier than I already am. That would be tough. Naughty Possum says, I use talk to text all the time on my work phone during the day. Mike says, I am talk texting you right now. I find it way easier. One-Eyed Pete says, I use talk to text all the time. Brandon from Windsor says, sometimes I use while I drive. Andrea from Calgary. Actually, some guy at the rink in Calgary came up to me and said, hey, Dusty, I know Andrea from Calgary. She wanted me to say hi if I saw you. I was
Small
like,
town.
That's nice. Yeah. My father-in-law uses talk to text, but he has a pretty thick Labrador accent. And so sometimes we really need to think about what he's trying to say. Darren says, I do the voice to text, but I'm blind, so it's easier for me to do it. That makes sense as well.
Yeah.
That makes sense as well. All right, keep the text messages coming in. We'll get to that as we work our way through the show. Bootsky says, now that Dusty's a fancy NHL broadcaster, he should switch out his ball cap and glasses for a top hat and a monocle. Maybe add in a cape and a cigarette holder like Bob Cole. That would be that'd be pretty fun. Oh, baby. Can you believe this? All right, here's the show for you today. We're going to get into your morning announcements, talk some Brier, some Formula One, Tampa Bay Buffalo last night. Prolux Lighting morning after show. It was funny with the game last night because when they were up 2-1 in the third, I had people on Twitter bitching at me. They need to do more offensively. I'm like, listen, like you want everything. What's the saying? A cake and you want to eat it too? Mm-hmm. Like we sit here and bitch about their defensive play forever. Ingram was good last night, but I thought they played relatively well, or at least looked like they committed to the defensive side of the game for the most part. And people are like, oh, but I can't get the offense going. Like, it's going to be really tough to have it both ways.
Is there a better time to fire Chris Knobloch than after a 4-2 victory over the Vegas Golden Knights on the road? I would argue
Dex is in and says, so is KK going to get fired? Twitter thinks so.
Well, why not?
Man, let's leave that conversation for another day today. They won last night. And they didn't hemorrhage goals against in doing so. I think you should all be very happy today.
Yeah.
Now, will they need to play better against Colorado and Dallas than they did against Vegas? Yes. I thought that game perfectly summarized this god-awful division. Like two of the teams that are sort of near the top of division, but you watch that game, you're like, ugh. Like, you think those teams can play with some of the big boys right now?
Like
the answer
Anaheim?
is, how about now? Well, the whole division sucks.
No, but
yeah, but like the whole division sucks.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think what we saw last, like the Golden Knights aren't your daddy's Golden Knights of maybe what we've experienced the past,
the Oilers. Years. I mean, I'd still be stunned if they're not in the conference final again. Like when the going gets tough come playoff time, nothing against the Ducks and the Golden Knights. And, these teams are challenges. But I still think McDavid and Draisaitl can sort of push the Oilers past those teams. And then it's a little bit of a different beast when you get to that next level. He was great last night. Anyway, we'll get to your Pulex Lighting Morning After Show. Good, bad, and ugly from the weekend coming up. Darren Dreger is going to join us in the 7 o'clock hour. We'll have your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. That's a good for the Italian Center. Downtown Dining Week begins on Wednesday. We're going out for a little lunch today. The three of us are going to talk about that. We're auctioning off the spot to be our head coach at the Heavy Hockey Showdown on Saturday. So we'll get into that as we work our way through the show. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Gager on the Oilers and Formula One, obviously, with the season beginning over the weekend. And then the wrap for William Huff. So lots to get to in the show today. 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Yes, 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialist. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations, or you can order online anytime. It's like a location, but it's on the internet and it's open 24/7. Ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. How about that Brier final? Matty Dunstone.
Make the final.
Oh, God. I tweeted it yesterday, but is there anything more relaxing than Vic Rauter coming back from a break on a Sunday in the Brier final?
The music they use, the St. John's, Newfoundland backdrop, Mary Brown's center.
Like the most chill vibe of all time. Like, tell me something in broadcasting that relaxes you more than listening to Vic resetting curling coming back from break. So good. What about the run that Dunstone put together here, though?
Well, I mean, first Brier championship after coming so close so many times. Kevin Cooey, undefeated all week long, 4-time winner. I think 9th appearance now, 4-5 in the final. But just good. Great game. You mentioned, I mean, it was a little cagey at first.
Yeah.
You're watching it, and it's just,
come on.
You're trying to kind of capture and keep the hammer for later on in the contest. But then there was that one big end. Dunstone made, I think it was in the 9th, he made that double takeout, and that kind of sealed it away, and it was just a matter of running Cooey out of rocks there in the end. So good for him. Good for Manitoba. First Brier since 2011 for that province. So, yeah, I think everybody, I mean, I know Cooey was the Alberta representative, but I think the sentimental, most people were kind of hoping and pulling for Dunstone to get it over the line. So, I mean, he had a couple of experienced sweepers as well. They showed the video of him and Lott, his third, when they were in the youth, winning that championship.
Lott made some big shots yesterday, through the whole thing. But I thought yesterday, watching it a couple times, I was like, man, this guy. I guess you don't call it balling. Stoning.
No, he rocked out.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, he rocked out.
No, it was good. It was good. It was a good weekend, especially from Newfoundland. I mean, good crowds and everything like that. Kind of a party. The
Gushu farewell, all that stuff.
Yeah, Gushu farewell. Jacobs, Canada coming off the Olympics that he had, getting that third. So, yeah, it was a good week and a good final, I thought.
This text comes in from Chris S. and says, how about that Thurston shot at the Paralympics? Did you see that yesterday? My God.
And no sweeping.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to, this is like a.
So at the Paralympics, in the wheelchair curling, and you throw the, Mike the Michigan fan uses one of those sticks.
Stick.
So, so you use the stick. And this guy threw an absolute dart. There was like a spot big enough for a rock to get through, rolls in. It was a double, right? He took out 2. If you haven't seen it yet, hop on Twitter, hop online, just search Thurston shot, and you will be blown away. Absolutely phenomenal curling shot. That was probably the most impressive thing you would have seen all weekend.
Well, the fact that you have no control.
Yeah.
You let that off the stick.
I do love the skip at the other end yelling, curl! Curl! I was just like, you can't do anything about it. You just have to hope it gets there.
Feather touch and a stick for 5.
How was that possible? Yeah. That shot was absolutely insane. Formula One returned over the weekend. I got sucked in this weekend. I think it was the timing. It just worked out well, right? It was, what was it, like a 9 or 10 o'clock qualifying?
The Aussie one is
then,
nice, yeah.
Yeah, and then the race was at 9 o'clock on Saturday. Ferrari screwed up some strategy, but the first 10 to 12 laps were better than anything I saw last year in Formula One. There was like 5 lead changes. George Russell and Charles Leclerc were just going back, and it was phenomenal racing. And then Ferrari, as they usually do, screwed up some strategy, and Mercedes finished with a 1-2 finish, and it wasn't relatively close really at the end. But Lewis Hamilton looked better than he did last year.
3-4 for Ferrari.
Yeah,
like 1-2 Mercedes, 3-4 Ferrari.
But they blew it. They should have been even closer than it was.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that with Gager a little bit. But if you are a Formula One fan, what did you think of the new cars, the new regulations?
Lance Stroll finished the race?
Well, not many did, though.
No, I know.
A few of these cars just straight up died.
The ones that did,
That's pretty much par for the course. Yeah. And then Tampa Bay Buffalo yesterday. What a wild game.
Ooh.
That thing was nuts.
Baby.
Buffalo kind of felt like they were sort of trying to be Florida in this Tampa thing. There was fights. The penalty boxes were full, and then yada yada yada. Hagel jumped Rasmus Dahlin.
Brandon Hagel went nuts.
Yeah, Hagel went absolutely insane. We'll get into that with Dreger, I think, when he joins us just after 7 o'clock. And then Buffalo pulls out at home an 8-7 win. I mean, that had to have been the best a Buffalo Sabres fan has felt in 15 years.
Yeah, and we talked last week when Fraser was on about Colton Parayko not wanting to go there, and for whatever reasons. Yeah. But we're just kind of thinking, too, like Buffalo has been a market that but hasn't been attractive for players, obviously, for what happens on and off the ice. But you knew that it was a sleeping giant that when they did get good, and the pop you're hearing from that fan, like,
oh man,
this is conference final atmosphere already.
Yeah. Well, give me a best of 7 between these two teams.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And keep the black jerseys. I don't even mind that either.
No, that was okay last night watching that. When they went up 8-7, the pop from that crowd was. And this is a franchise that hasn't made they haven't even had a sniff.
It's a shaken up pop bottle sitting there for like 20 years.
That's a good comparison, actually. That was pretty good. All right, we've got a sports update coming up with Lieutenant Eric. We got your Prolux Lighting morning after show on the way. We've got the good, bad, and ugly from the weekend as well. But we'll be diving into the Oilers and the Golden Knights. Your thoughts on the start of the trip here for the Oilers? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Oil City Dynasty was comparing the pop in Buffalo to the Stone Cold pop when the glass breaks. Yeah. And everybody goes bloody insane.
That's a good one, too.
That's not a bad comparison. Prolux Lighting morning after show is on the way. Let's get to a sports update. If you're listening on 95.7, don't go anywhere. We're only going to be gone for a couple minutes. Couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update with the wonderful Pauline Higgins, and then you're back with us. If you're on TuneIn, if you're on iHeart, if you're over on YouTube today, sports update with LTE brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Third period goals from Vasily Podkolzin and Leon Draisaitl would see the Oilers defeat the Vegas Golden Knights 4-2 last night. Connor Ingram, 24 saves in the win. Oilers will visit the Avalanche tomorrow night. Edmonton now just 2 points back of Vegas and 3 back of the division-leading Ducks, with Anaheim holding a game in hand. Elsewhere yesterday, as mentioned, the Sabres winning a wild one over the Lightning 8-7. Make it 7th straight victories for Buffalo as they now lead the Atlantic Division. Anaheim blanked by the Blues 4-0, season-high 4 straight wins for St. Louis. Miro Heiskanen scoring in overtime, leading the Stars over the Hawks 4-3. Avalanche have now won 5 straight. They defeat the Wild 3-2 in a shootout. Tommy Novak scored in overtime, leading the Penguins over the Bruins 5-4, and the Devils saw their win streak snapped at 4, shutout at home 3-0 by Detroit. 5 games in the NHL later tonight. The Edmonton Oil Kings saw their 4-game win streak snapped at home yesterday with a 4-3 loss to the Prince Albert Raiders. Oil Kings back on the ice on Wednesday when they welcome in Wenatchee. Puck drop 11 a.m. Matt Dunstone capturing his first Brier championship in Manitoba's first since 2011 as Dunstone would defeat 4-time champion Kevin Cooey 6-3. Dunstone's rink will now represent Canada at the Men's World Championships, March 27th to April 4th in Ogden, Utah. Over to tennis, Indian Wells, Vicky Mboko and Felix Auger-Aliassime are off to the round of 16. Mboko defeating Anna Kalinskava in straight sets. Shapovalov, he was bounced by Yannick Sinner, while Auger-Aliassime defeating fellow countryman Gabriel Diallo. Raptors with a season-high 31 points from R.J. Barrett. They defeat Dallas 122-92. Raps will visit the Rockets tomorrow. 5 games in the NBA tonight. NFL free agency negotiation window gets underway this morning at 10 o'clock Mountain. The Dolphins making it official this morning, releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Canada losing to Panama 4-3 in pool play at the World Baseball Classic. Canada now 1-1 in Pool A. They will take on 2-0 Puerto Rico tomorrow night. And Akshay Bhatia outlasting Daniel Berger with a par on the first playoff hole to capture the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Somebody once told me that I had got to grow the facial hair that make me look fine. He was looking super cool, the ladies, man, how they drool at the shape of a U on his jawline. Well, you look amazing cause you just stopped shaving. The chicks line up so you're always dating. Doesn't make sense to have a full beard. You think it looks cool but it just looks weird. So much to do, so much to win. So grow it ear to ear around your chin. You'll never know if it will grow. So don't shave and just let it go. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge. It's a cool look, and as you get older, your chin stays warm and your life gets bolder. Hashtag Charge if you're on Twitter. Nelson had a chin strap in his wedding pictures. If you want, you shave it pretty thin. People use their eyes to be staring at your chin. My strap straight fire? How about yours? You're just so popular you never get bored. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge.
6:36 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, they already know that, but there's a pretty good chance they don't. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. If you're looking for a bite to eat for lunch today, 3-piece bone-in chicken, just $8. It's plump, it's juicy, it's hand-battered, and it's marinated for 12 hours. You will absolutely love it at all Popeyes locations. I was at Wayne's on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Marshall had a gift certificate from his birthday, so we went in there and basically hung out for about an hour.
Big spending.
Anyway, he was... He like took his gift certificate, took it up, just got a couple of things, sits down to break it, and then he finishes those and he goes, Daddy, can I have my card again? I was like, okay. He goes, I'm just going to get one more thing. Did it like 4 times.
Put it on the card.
Yeah, anyway, we're sitting there opening up packs. There's a place there where you can sit and open up packs. And this older gentleman sits down, just down from us, and we're opening. He looks at me and goes, hey, Dusty, really miss your show. And I said, my man. I said, we're back on the radio now.
Slapped him across the face.
If he wasn't as old, if he wasn't so old, I would have. So I explained. So there's still a lot of people out there who think we're dead. So it was nice to. Literally, it was nice to. He's probably listening this morning. So, what's up, old guy from Wayne's? Nice to have you back, my man. All right, 780-218. A couple more conch requests. I'm going to dive into your Prolux Lighting Morning After Show. Aaron texts in and says, "Can I please get a conch for the Paramount Flooring delivery guys for dropping 40 boxes of vinyl on Saturday?
Hey.
They helped us treat our feet." 40 boxes of vinyl. I like it.
On a Saturday.
Hey, Paramount Flooring, no days off.
No days off.
Bill Belichick type of thing. All right, keep the text messages flying in here as well. The Hawks says, can I get a conch? I had to announce at 2 National Ringette games on Saturday. Then my U11 boys team got me to announce their playoff game where my boy got a shutout against their rivals. Go Sherwood Park Ice Hawks. All right. All right, let's dive into this. Hockey game. Oilers and Golden Knights. It is your morning after show for Prolux Lighting. Oh, not the nurse song.
Good night.
Yeah.
There's something happening here. The Oilers look a lot better this year. Another win, put 2 points on the board. Telling me your faith is restored. I think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show. This year's team's looking strong. Connor and Leon, they can't do no wrong. 6 o'clockers are losing their minds. Getting so many messages on the text line. Think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
All right, the Edmonton Oilers get past the Golden Knights to kick off this road trip 4-2. It is your Prolux Lighting morning after show, simplifying lighting with service you can count on at Prolux. Covering all of Alberta, visit Prolux.com. Today, we are talking commercial lighting, we're talking industrial lighting, we're talking residential lighting, and we're talking really fancy types of lighting that I don't even know about.
Moon lighting.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. They do all types of lighting. So check them out, Prolux.com for all of your lighting needs. All right, let's dive into this bad boy. The EST big moment that happened. What are you going with, Rick?
The front and the back. I'll say the first kind of opening minutes, Ekholm took that penalty. Couple posts as well in the first, I thought.
Yeah.
And again, I know people are mad because last night they didn't allow a team to score 5 goals. However, they didn't score like 6 of their own, so that's a problem. But I think settling in for that first 5, 7, 10 minute span, and Knobloch mentioned in post-game kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. And then I'll also go to the latter half of the game and the broken stick leading to Draisaitl's winner.
That broken stick was insane.
In a tight game as it was, you got to get a bounce. You got to get a little puck luck. And again, going off those 2 posts early, I think that was kind of the gourds answering, shall we say.
They also got the goal that was called back on the offside was a stinky one. Like, that might have been the worst goal that Ingram's allowed as a member of the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes, and the call was very obvious, so good on them.
It was so bad.
It was
like when they went into the zone, I'm watching on TV, I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought that was offside.
I think they took more time to review what time they need
to put the time back on the clock than the goal itself. I mean, that was a pretty big moment in the game, I thought. That stick breaking. So Anderson's stick breaks, gives the puck to Bush. Oilers don't necessarily do anything with it. Golden Knights look like they're going to clear again, and then the broken stick keeps the puck in. McDavid to Draisaitl backhander along the ice between the legs of the netminder, and end of story.
Everybody's had a good time in Vegas except Rasmus Andersson. He's the only person in the history of humanity that has not had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, he's not liking it so far.
He's not liking Vegas. More of a Calgary guy.
But he also was struggling in Calgary too.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like it's just
he's
the
not been good there in
expectation was a
Vegas.
little more high.
Trev, what'd you think of the biggest moment of that game
that
last
was
night?
going to be my big moment for sure.
The stick?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that it was Anderson. Oh, yeah, like if you're an Oilers fan, that's got to make you smile. That was
just a little extra.
So satisfying. You're like, oh, that's good. And then you see the replay and it's Rasmus Anderson and you're like, nice.
Take that. And then they do give up the shorty.
Yeah.
Eichel Bush. I mean, Bush is usually so good with the puck. Yeah. He absolutely just chopped that thing up.
Straight to him.
And it ends up right on Eichel's stick, top corner. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was not good. Anyway, your thoughts on the game. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Trev, I do want your thoughts on the way that they won this game. And I know a lot of people are like, they were still angry last night. But, they won a game where they didn't hemorrhage goals against. To me, I thought this is what people wanted. But what did you think of it last night?
Yeah, I feel like for this Oilers team, in order to sacrifice goals for, you're going to have to sacrifice goals against, or that's the other way around there. But, this is the first time, aside from the 8-1 whopping over the struggling Los Angeles Kings, I think I looked it up, it was January 20th was the last time that the Oilers allowed a team to score less than 2 goals, less than 3 goals. Yeah. So just 2 goals that the Vegas Golden Knights were able to score. Did they have their chances? Yeah, but as a whole, the team was pretty solid around in front of Ingram. Ingram also he helped out for sure. Yeah, I thought it was a solid win. It was a win that you want these wins going forward, and it's a win that the Oilers haven't had a lot of like these in quite some time, especially this season. So. You know what? Yeah, you score 4 goals. Wait, it's still solid. That's not like it's 1 goal or 2 goals, 4 goals.
Yeah, it wasn't a 2-1 win. They were up by 2 goals. They're up 3-1, then 3-2, and then buried an empty net and scored 4 goals.
You did what you had to do to win the game. Yeah,
and you can win a Stanley Cup winning games 4-2, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, it was refreshing. It was nice. And then, to start the first period, the Oilers were all over it. We also haven't seen that for a while as well. So, I was questioning the lineup heading into the game, but they got the job done. I think Podkolzin is really coming into his own.
How about that burst?
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah,
my God.
That was good, man. That was really good. So, a lot to like from individual play. And a lot to like from team play as well.
Is it wrong of me to say that their least impressive line last night was McDavid's line?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I was it was 10, 12 minutes into the first. I'm like, man, I haven't heard much of McDavid at all. But it was good. I loved it. Every part of it.
Super stat of the night. What are you going with, Rick?
A couple numbers pop off the page for me, both in the super category and unsuper, which kind of worked into the Oilers' hands here. Somebody's heating up here. 2 goals in 4 games for Trent Frederic.
Yeah.
I says pardon?
Given his historical pace.
Yeah.
And his dad and the guy that his dad employs for that roofing company.
His retiring party.
I don't know what was going on there, but they were. That was good. So look, he had a couple cracks at it in tight.
I thought the retirement guy would have rather been somewhere else.
You want to come?
Hell of a mustache on that guy, though. Hell of a mustache.
How are we going to celebrate my retirement? I'm going to take it and watch my son.
Okay.
Okay.
In Vegas. Okay. Yeah.
Vegas. That's fair. It's not like he took him to Carolina.
It's not Newark. But hey, we've talked about Trent Frederic. 2 goals for you. Want to see that continue? And I thought as well, Doc got the assist on that, did he not? He had 5 minutes of ice time last night. What is it? Yeah, the assist. 3 hits.
After they opened the scoring, they barely played again after that.
So that's your reward there. A couple other things. You mentioned Podkolzin. Career high now 15 goals with that marker that he got. And good on Roslovic for kind of ushering the puck in, but not touching it. I thought that was a pretty cool thing too. And I'll also point out, we talk about goaltending, and rightfully so in this market, but Aiden Hill, 833. 3 goals.
He looks awkward.
That's what's going to sink him, right?
He looks a bit Skinnerish at times, really.
Yeah. So, you had the benefit of going against, but I think too, Connor Ingram, good game.
Solid.
But it's
very solid.
He's the 1A.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Are we
going forward?
I don't know anybody in this city that would make a case that Tristan Jarry is better than Connor Ingram right now.
Not right now.
It'd be like Ingram obviously gets the next game. And if he plays well again, I think he should get the next game too.
Yeah.
We'll see how the Oilers handle it. A couple of stats that sort of jump off the page for me. Not that I would describe them as super, but I think they're talking points. Connor McDavid did not take a face-off in the game last night. He's obviously dealing with a hand issue right now. And Darnell Nurse led the back end in ice time. And I didn't think he was good again. So that's a decision. That's a choice to have Darnell Nurse playing the most minutes on the back end. He's had a horrible season, and I didn't like his game last night either, and he still played more than Bouchard. Here's the back end ice time. Nurse played 23-14. Murphy played 22-33. Bush played 21-51. Ekholm played 14-12.
He was game time decision.
Yeah.
He was
So
sick,
they obviously limited him.
Yeah.
Which I guess is why on the left side you pumped some more minutes on Nurse. So maybe it's just a one-off. I still don't like seeing it. And then Emberson played 16-29 and Wallman played 19-23.
I do like him leading the blue line in ice time, where some fans would have him 0 minutes.
Well, most people want him to be benched, like in the press box. So
gap there.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. You can chime in the game 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. It is tough. I will say this: it is tough to come away from that game. You're always wanting to see like very impressive efforts. I could when I finished watching the game last night, I just thought, yeah, the Golden Knights are kind of like the Oilers.
Yeah.
Good win to start the trip, but you're going to have to play a lot better against Colorado.
I
Dallas,
wasn't
right?
really impressed watching them, from that neutral point of view.
No, it was kind of a blah game from both sides, but in the end, the Oilers got the 2 points that they had to have. Vegas only has one win in their last 6. They're a bit of a mess right now. 3 stars last night. The 3 stars at NHL.com, very different than the 3 stars on Sportsnet last night. 3 stars on NHL.com, Draisaitl, Marner, and McDavid, which I think are 3 completely different guys than what was on Sportsnet last night.
It was Ingram?
Podkolzin.
Yeah.
Who was the 3rd star on Sportsnet last night? It was Ingram, Podkolzin. Who was the 3rd star? Somebody will text us. Somebody over on YouTube. Who did Sportsnet have as the 3rd star? I like their stars better than Draisaitl, Marner, and McDavid. Anyway, who's your 4th star? Of the game
If we're going off the Draisaitl, Marner, McDavid, I had Podkolzin in here for that.
Yeah, if that's how it,
with a nod as well to Ingram, but I'll give it to Podkolzin. Once again, we mentioned the goal, career high, 4 hits, couple blocks. I mean, he does what you want. He's a dog out there. So, yeah, I'm giving it to Podkolzin.
38 star of the game. Part of me wants to go with Rasmus Andersson, but Aiden Hill let in 3 goals on 18 shots. And I wouldn't necessarily describe them as great goals either. So I'll go Aiden Hill as your 38 star of the game. What about your Prolux lighting? Bright light of the night.
It's the bright light of the night. You need Prolux lighting in the light. The bright light.
The bright light of the night. Yes, it's your Prolux lighting, bright light of the night. Here's what I will say about the bright light of the night. There's lots of options I think you could go to.
Oh, okay.
You could go Frederick, got the goal. Managed to get 15 shifts in the game.
Can we give it to his dad's employee? Again, what a duster on that guy. Somebody said, I think Library Pat says, can he bring an employee to every game?
Oh, wouldn't that be a nice twist? Keep things going.
Keep
I mean, if I was
the streak
Frederick's
going.
dad, you obviously have some money.
Yeah.
You own a company. I'd go to every game and bring a different employee every single time, or just bring that guy every single time. So you could go Frederick. You could go. I loved Kapanen's game last night. You could go Podkolzin. I thought Podkolzin was excellent. I got low-key time for Matty Seavoy to get this damn thing last night. I love Savoy's game last night. I think I'd have Seavoy locked in right next to Leon Draisaitl. I got the Roslovic thing going on right now, but I like Seavoy there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Roslovic and Savoy. They had that line in the last few games.
Yeah,
and
they played them together. Yeah,
I thought they looked good.
I think Savoy, Podkolzin, and Draisaitl could be a killer though.
Yeah,
I think that could be a really good line.
2 guys that just go.
I like it. So let's go. Should we go Frederick? He scored.
Yeah,
And we've been all over this guy this year, and justifiably so.
Yeah.
So you want to go Frederick?
He'll be getting much more of those for his whole contract.
True. That's true. So let's do it. Congratulations, Frederick. You are the Prolux Lighting Bright Light of the Night champion.
Gotta be.
There we go. All right, let's get into our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. And then we got Darren Dreger coming up just after 7 o'clock. If you're watching over on YouTube today, please hammer the thumbs up for us. We're 6 away from changing 100. Rick, what's your good from the weekend, buddy?
Well, it's got to be the Sabres Lightning game. That did take precedence yesterday. If you're kind of following it online, I mean, people were losing their absolute minds. Just everything from it. 8-7 final. The lead changes. Buffalo up 3-0. 4-1 at one point. Lightning come back and tie it, take the lead. 6-4.
Yeah, the Lightning are all of a sudden up by 2.
And then Sam Carrick getting it to 6-5. Hagel up 7-5. Darlene Zucker ties it, and Josh Stone with the winner. I mean, it again, just the vibe. We out here, I mean, Buffalo, whatever, and it's got to hurt extra more for given the fact that Buffalo and Toronto reside in the same neighborhood and what's happening in Leafland, and coincidentally what's happening with the Sabres right now. I mean, that's just so that game to me is the good from yesterday's NHL slate, and I'll say the weekend as a whole.
Trev, what's your good from the weekend, buddy?
That's an awesome weekend, or that's an awesome good, LT. My good, even though technically.
By the way, your
wasn't
stash
one.
has come back in strong.
Yeah.
I've barely seen you over the last 10 days. Your stash is looking terrific.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I needed to grow.
Man, that was quick.
After I shaved the last, my mustache, I'm like, no, I'm mustache guy
it's
going
back,
forward.
baby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. But even though it was technically on the Friday, my weekend started, though, I have to give a shout out to Mike, the Michigan fan. Yeah, my weekend
ribs?
couldn't have started any better. I'm getting ready to leave. All of a sudden, he brings in some snacks, some goodies for the boys. The best ribs, I tell you, the best ribs that I've had in 10 years. Maybe my life. I couldn't get enough of those ribs. I felt bad, but I was like, Mike, that's unreal. Mike, I was annoying him. He's like, oh, thank you. And then just when it couldn't get any better, I had the cheese. That cheese.
Oh, I didn't even have the cheese.
I tell you, boys, I have never had anything like that cheese in my entire life. Nothing. Like, it was such a unique flavor. So, yeah, I had to give Mike, the Michigan fan, a huge shout out. That was unreal. And if you ever need help cooking any of that, I will come over.
I had some of those ribs,
Learn
too.
the recipe.
I have one, and then I was just like, oh, that's it for me. And somebody like, have another one. I was like, okay, I'll have another one. I ended up having 5 of them.
So
they were delicious.
So good.
My good from the weekend was the first 10 laps of that Formula One race. It's got me excited for the season again. It's kind of sucked me back in. If we get the back and forth, like we saw between Leclerc and Russell,
That's what you want.
multiple times, it was awesome. Like the first dozen laps were absolutely incredible. Then Ferrari screwed up strategy and it wasn't as good. But the passing in these new cars was awesome. Plus, Lewis Hamilton was like the start was incredible. The start was absolutely just out of this world compared to what we saw last year. So I liked it. I thought it was a good start to the Formula One season. What's your bad from the weekend?
The bad for me will be. So I'll make sure here. It's March 9th. It's a long month, right? March, 31 days. We've got about 3 weeks left, and no chin strap.
Oh, dude, I forgot over the week.
You heard Maddie's counter position on this whole?
No, I haven't heard it. I don't listen to him on it.
He's adding the stigma. He's Mr. Stigma. He's blocking people in the Hangout chat. Yeah. Anybody that mentions the C word gets an immediate ban.
Good. I'm going to mention it from our account today. See if he blocks our own account down.
Yeah.
How that work?
Yeah.
But the movement needs a hero, and it's
sorry. I forgot it was a busy weekend. I know. No,
and again, with your upcoming
I deserve that heat.
Your solo trip to LA, I understand where Tammy wouldn't want you to have the strap down.
And let's be honest, when I have a chin strap, I marry women.
Well,
that's what happens. Trev, what's your bad from the weekend?
Well, you know what? It was tough to think of anything in the sports world, so I'm gonna go out of the sports world for this one. And I was either going gas prices or that we sprung forward and lost an hour.
That lose an hour of sleep sucks.
I think I'm going with that one. I never liked that, and now we got to hear Like, how is this going to affect Tommy going forward, right?
This really rattles Tommy. It takes Tommy 3 months. He's like a newborn baby. It takes Tommy 3 months to get over the time change.
My first year here, 2 weeks later, he's like, that time change, man. I'm like, time change? Like, it's 1 hour, man. It was like 2 weeks ago. You're fine. That's so good. So.
That's too bad. Okay, my bad. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins taking on a record $99 million in dead money to move on from Tua.
Oof.
Almost $100 million in dead money.
It's tough
to get rid of this guy. I know the NFL has ridiculous amounts of money, but still, like, you're Tua and you're sitting there going, man, this team's willing to eat $100 million just to get rid of me. Like, that sucks. All right, and what's your ugly, Rick?
Well, mine is springing the clocks forward. I, as a native Saskatchewanite, never grew up with this problem. You still haven't
settled into this, eh?
Well, it's just...
And they're switching it in BC now, too.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
It is the dumbest... Like, the fall back is great.
Yeah, it is.
I'll say that.
Is it worth it?
Getting an extra hour on a Sunday in the fall to, do stuff, it feels like an extra 5.
Yeah.
But when you spring them forward on a Sunday, you're just like, man, you're... Now...
Windy Sunday.
Well, having said that, too, like, the sun, like, you had that...
Yeah.
As the day goes on, the evening, you're like, oh, it
was nice last night. It was bright at like 7:30.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
But no, I am just like, I'm not gonna be 3 months in, kind of.
You're not still gonna be.
Can you believe it? It should be 5:59 right now. Like, yeah, you betcha. But like, we don't need to say it because we don't need to keep bringing it up. Like, the faster you mentally move on from it and just accept that right now it's 7:00, the better.
Yeah.
Trev, what's your ugly?
We're gonna head out east for this. We're gonna look at the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, somebody had to do it.
Awesome.
How many in a row have? What's
7? They have not won since returning from the Olympics, and the captain, the leader of this team, has now gone 11 games without a goal.
He's washed.
He is washed. He is.
I mean, he looks washed to what he used to be. I'll say that. Like,
he needs Werner.
Maybe we'll get into it with Dregs. Maybe we'll completely ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay too.
Yeah, so BC is just being like, we're done with the time change. That's except where my parents live in Cranbrook, they're already on our time. So it's I don't know. I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around the whole BC time thing. Yeah.
It's such a weird construct.
It's a variable in the movie Interstellar.
Well, it's a human thing. We just made it up. Like, it doesn't really mean anything.
Trevor, have you seen Interstellar?
No, I have not.
Oh my God.
I know.
Interstellar's phenomenal.
I know. I worked at the movie theater though when it was in.
And you didn't even go with your free movies.
And everyone came out always like, wow, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, my ugly is the size of the broadcast booth at the Saddle Dome in Calgary. Like, I know they got a new rink coming, but I walk in, I'm 6'5", so maybe as a tall guy, I shouldn't bitch about it. And Noodles is a sitter. I like to stand when I call a game. And in order to call this game, I had to be ducking and leaning over on the desk. I couldn't stand up and call the game. I had to be like ducking for the entire game.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And on call with you that night as well, Claire Hanna, she posted a video on TikTok that I watched over the weekend, how she got to where she is. You have to climb under the seat.
Yeah, she has to go through like a Fred Penner tunnel.
I was blown away. I was like, this is not an actual thing. But she had to go. So did the cameraman.
Yeah. They need a new barn.
What the heck?
They need a new barn. I got up to that booth and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get concussed while calling my first ever NHL game because I'm going to hit my head on here for sure. And I didn't, but I had to duck the entire time, which sucked. So yeah, hopefully in the new arena they have, places tall enough for people to stand. That would be excellent. 6 o'clock hour, the Nielson Show has been brought to you by Ewell. They're your power play specialists. They got the gear you need for next electrical project at 3 Edmonton area locations. Order online anytime, ewell.ca. I wonder how Tommy's dealing with the time change today. He'll be just dead.
How many
He'll
times
come in
is
and be
he
like,
gonna mention
oh,
it?
God, the time change. I'd be like, you were probably out till like 4 a.m. on Saturday night. Like, come on, man. You know what? Somebody texted in and said, I love the time change because they work night shifts. And that's one less hour.
For some people, I'm sure.
I remember doing night shift at Saavoy during time changes, and we were pumped.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun for a couple years there. That was a good time. All right, coming up at the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to have your, this is the final week of qualifying for the cruise flyaway to LA. So you've got, 4 times a day for the rest of the week. So be ready for that. Keyword around 7:30 today. We'll have that's good right after that. We're gonna do an auction for the heavy hockey showdown on Saturday. We need a coach for Team Edmonton Sports Talk. We're going to give you all the details on that around 7:45. Darren Dreger is our GS Construction Hockey Insider. We'll get his thoughts on both the Oilers and the Golden Knights, the Pacific in general. When you look at some of these heavyweights, the Buffalo Sabres are also all of a sudden Stanley Cup contenders, it looks like. So we'll get into that as well. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, stick around. Dreger's going to join us in less than 5 minutes. You got a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Then you are back with us. If you are listening online on TuneIn or on iHeart or over on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up. Trev, changing 100.
Changing 100.
Sports update brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Trent Frederick would open the scoring with his 4th of the campaign, while Kasperi Kapanen added an empty netter as the Oilers would skate away from Vegas with a 4-2 victory over the Golden Knights. Connor Ingram, 24 saves in the win. The Oilers continue their road trip tomorrow night in Colorado. Edmonton just 2 points back of Vegas and 3 back of the division-leading Ducks, with Anaheim holding a game in hand. Elsewhere yesterday, the Devils' win streak snapped at 4 as they get shut out at home 3-0 by the Wings. Pavel Zacha had a hat trick. Pittsburgh defeat Boston 5-4 in overtime. Avalanche have now won 5 straight. They defeat Minnesota 3-2 in a shootout. Miro Heiskanen scored in overtime, leading the Stars over the Hawks 4-3. Blues blanking the Ducks 4-0. And Buffalo winning a wild one at home over the Lightning 8-7. Make it 7 straight wins for the Atlantic leading Sabres. 5 games around the NHL later tonight. The Edmonton Oil Kings had their 4-game win streak snap yesterday on home ice with a 4-3 loss to the Prince Albert Raiders. Oil Kings back in action this Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning against Wenatchee. Matt Dunstone capturing his first Brier championship and Manitoba's first since 2011 yesterday as Dunstone defeated 4-time champion Kevin Cooey 6-3. Dunstone's rink will now represent Canada at the Men's World Championships. That gets underway March 27th in Utah. Over to tennis, Indian Wells, Vicky Mboko and Felix Auger-Aliassime are off to the round of 16. Mboko defeating Anna Kalinskaya in straight sets. Auger-Aliassime defeating fellow countryman Gabriel Diallo, while Denis Shapovalov was bounced by Yannick Sinner. Raptors with a season-high 31 points from R.J. Barrett. They would knock off the Mavs 122-92. Raptors back on the court tomorrow in Houston. 5 games in the NBA tonight. NFL free agency negotiation window gets underway this morning at 10 Mountain. The Dolphins releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa earlier today. World Baseball Classic action. Canada losing to Panama 4-3 in pool play. Canada now sit 1-1 in Pool A. They will take on 2-0 Puerto Rico tomorrow night. And Akshay Bhatia outlasting Daniel Berger with a par on the first playoff hole to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
What say you? A nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? A nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Dusty and Eric and all of the best guys. Like Wyshynski and Noodles, Gager and Gage. Go to Play Alberta and make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Shaggy's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number one in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We want to hear some hot takes and we want to hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I want our kids away? Beat up the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about what's the name? Malcolm, Paul, Dreger, and Tanir. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. I'll put him in person. Does he go on? What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
7:08. So welcome back to the Nielson Show. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. Of course, the Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson. Check them out at weiss-johnson.com. 7 o'clock hour presented by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We've got your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day coming up. We've got That's Good for the Italian Center on the way. We'll have your keyword for the Cruise FM flyaway to Los Angeles. That's coming up. We're going to auction off an opportunity to be our head coach in the Heavy Hockey Showdown on Saturday, which should be a lot of fun as well. So we've got lots to get to here in the second hour of the show. The Edmonton Oilers 4-2 win in Vegas last night to kick off a road trip that also includes stops, important big stops in Colorado and Dallas as well. Those are the two biggest games on the road trip. Darren Dreger is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities, and once again, they are hiring. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca and click on careers to find out more, and he joins us on our Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. Dregs, after a trade deadline day where you guys did a lot of filling, do you put the phone away for the rest of the weekend and just disconnect from everything, or what? How do you handle the weekend?
Yeah, you don't put it away, but obviously it's not priority. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When the alert goes off that a text has come in or any sort of messaging is coming in, you look at it, right? It's force of habit. It's kind of what we do. And, you know, you're obligated to have conversations post-trade deadline with many of the sources that we would work in the several weeks leading up to deadline day, right? So there's a bit of a decompress by everyone, and that's managers, that's hockey operations people, that's player agents, all of that. So relatively quiet weekend, but it was an interesting day. As we reflect here, it's always difficult to predict what trade deadline day is going to look like. You deal with the number of players that you believe are in play. And I would say this, for the first time in a number of years, it felt like Friday was positioned to be busier than it's been in a long, long time. Just based on, again, the number of players that were tradable assets. And, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon and Eastern, and we really didn't have a whole lot. So thank God for James Duthie and the crack production crew at TSN, because, I don't think that they get enough credit. And you guys are creative, and you try and do things that are entertaining outside of having just sports conversation. But it's work. You invest a lot of time and effort, and you've got super creative people around you to execute those things, but it just doesn't happen, right? There's got to be a lot of investment work-wise to get it to that finish line. So, I would say 10 years ago, I was probably more of a prude, and trade breakers, we were the stars of the show. It's our job to deliver the news and break the news and get the trades and all this stuff. And Bob and I would look around at, dancing mascots and llamas in the parking lot and all the nonsense and just shake our head. It wasn't that long ago where James would ask, okay, well, would you participate in this? I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's embarrassing. Like I'm supposed to be one of the guys in the back desk there that, legitimizes what we're doing here. We're not playing, we're actually working. And yet then, there I am as one of the insiders.
I just wanted to say, Darren, if we still handed out Gemini Awards, that whole skit of breaking into Bobby Margarita's place, that had me crying. Like I was crying. That was well job from all of you. That was real good.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Well, there are several people that deserve recognition. Duthie at the top of the list. Matt Cade, who produced it. Bobby was tremendous. Tremendous. And it's not like we didn't have a script. I mean, we walked in there and we sat down. Here's the concept. James said, "Hey, what do you think of saying this? Pierre, what do you think about doing that?" In essence, that's really what it was. I mean, several stars in that little performance. I don't even know what do you call it? Like a spoof.
It's like a skit. I would probably describe it as a skit. I think.
Well, my daughter, who's heavily involved in theater production, she just wrapped up Cabaret, by the way, in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Unbelievable. She obviously gets it from my wife's side, and you guys can attest to that. She described it as a skit, so I'll go with that. But my favorite performance was Pierre LeBrun. Like everything about him, like his response and his mannerisms, his reaction when he's looking at the wine in the wine cellar and his hands are up, to then going through the dresser drawer looking for whatever, and he just belts out nothing, and then the googly.
He was fully invested. He wants an IMDb page. That's what LeBron's going for. That was good. Yeah.
One of those,
Anyway, now I'm in I call it the fourth quarter of my career here, right? And you look back and you thank God for Duthie and the creativity, because imagine how dull Friday would have been until essentially the deadline, 3:00 Eastern, if not for some of the shenanigans in studio and the stuff that had been pre-planned.
One of which was that mock draft lottery as well that got a lot of people.
With Toronto winning it. We debated that. We're sitting around the office and I'm like, I said, I would think rigged, but Duthie didn't know it was rigged. That's what I thought. From a TV production perspective, I could see the producers being like, let's put Toronto in first and see how the guys react. But what do you think?
I swear on my children's lives. And I'm gonna pull the curtain back here, because one of the bosses came to me right after the drawing and said, "We got a problem here." I'm like, "Oh, what's the problem?" "Well, Toronto won the lottery." I'm like, "Okay." And there was a back and forth. And clearly they were concerned about the optics and the fact that, as you just said, it felt staged, right? It's a made-for-TV event. It was not. I promise you it wasn't. It was done in the up and up with weighted ping pong balls. They did it virtually the same way that it's done by the National Hockey League. And I'm like, okay, well, if you roll it out there and you know that it was done correctly, then the messaging and the response is going to be authentic. It's going to be an organic. Jeff O'Neill is going to lose his mind because he's a Leafs fan, right? So, and I said, I put myself out there. A couple of month ago, was debating, whether or not it's ethical to diagnose or offer concerned medical advice. I put myself out there. More recently, Sabres fans don't love me because they feel that I'm the guy that's to blame for Colton Parayko ultimately saying, "No, I'm not going to Buffalo." So it's my fault. So I said, wait a second. I can put myself out there knowing that my information is accurate and knowing the position I'm in. And I know the backlash is coming. Don't care. That's part of the job. But you guys are going to redo a mock lottery drawing because the Maple Leafs actually won it based on the exercise. So I'm not sure that I had a whole lot of sway, but I had some, and they stuck with the original plan.
Darren Dreger with us. He's our GS Construction Hockey Insider on the Firehouse Subs hotline. We've had a chance here to watch the new look Oilers, if you want to describe as that. And I think Murphy, Dickinson, and Doc are all sort of playing the role that they're supposed to be playing right now, and we'll see how it works out. They win a game last night against Vegas, in which we've all been talking about how they need to defend, and then they defend and only allow 2 goals. And they got a bunch of people being like, I still don't like their running things. But I think so far it looks like a decent deadline for the Oilers.
So far it does. And so let's just backtrack a little bit here. People were shocked when the Toronto Maple Leafs got a first and a fifth for Nicholas Roy.
Yeah.
Surprised is absolutely accurate. I was shocked, so I'll include myself in that. Edmonton had interest in Nick Roy, and the package that ended up going to the Chicago Blackhawks, Mangiapane the first, all of that. The critics of Tree Living in Toronto were like, well, why didn't you get involved in that? Well, there were discussions. There was interest. The problem is that Stan Moman rightly had Jason Dickinson higher up his list of wanted players than Nicholas Roy. I loved the commentary from both Dickinson and Connor Murphy when they arrived in Edmonton, understanding wholeheartedly what their job is, what their role is. And it doesn't matter that there's a change of team here. They're brought in because of the strengths that they provide defensively, right? So I think Stan Moman did good work. The problem is it going to matter? And we don't know that. Right? We're not going to know that until, they win the Stanley Cup, because they got to Game 7. I still look at this roster in general, and when I look at teams comparatively, I mean, the Colorado Avalanche are an absolute wagon right now, right? So is Edmonton better than Colorado? I don't believe that they are. Not on paper, they are not, right? But Edmonton's also been to the Stanley Cup final and lost Game 7 last year. So, the only level of success is to hoist that Stanley Cup. But I do think they're better post-trade deadline than they were before, and I think that's pretty easy to see.
Well, and just sticking in the Pacific then, and we saw the Golden Knights last night, and we just talked about the Oilers deadline. I mean, how would you then weigh that compared to what Vegas did or could not do? We always talk about their management team, getting creative and finding ways to do things. The goaltending remains the same, probably an Achilles heel has been and probably will continue to be. So, I mean, compared to, I know the Ducks, they lead the division this morning, bringing in Karlsson, astute move there. But what do you think about this Vegas team, to which last night, I wasn't too impressed.
Yeah, they look very blah last night. Like there
is something going on there. Don't know exactly what it is, but it does feel like they're lacking a little bit of juice, right? But we also know that this group, especially with the leadership that they have with the Vegas Golden Knights, can flip that switch and they can grab momentum and maintain it for long stretches. So I still look at them as a top contender, even though they haven't played like that for a length of time now. And it's got to change. It has to change. The easy mark on speculation with Vegas was goaltending. I didn't believe that Kelly McCrimmon was going to do anything with his goaltending. Now, that's not to say that he wouldn't have had conversations. I'm sure that he did. Managers talk about absolutely everything. My sense, even going into the Olympic break, was if the Golden Knights did anything, it would be more about adding depth and, adding the Cole Smith ad from the Nashville Predators is a nice ad. I mean, that guy is strong on the forecheck. He has some size. He's gritty in your bottom six. He's a nice piece. He is. They need their goaltending to be better. They need other aspects of their group to be better. But I think that they're more than capable of doing that. And I don't think that you can just lump what a team does or doesn't do based on the trade deadline. Don't overlook the Rasmus Anderson ad.
Yeah, they got that done earlier, yeah.
I mean, they got that done earlier. I wouldn't say that he's been at his best since the change from Calgary to Vegas, but I'm certainly willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. And again, feel like he's one of those pieces that is eventually here in the near future going to find his stride and identify what his role is and execute that and make that team better. So, and if they don't, then guess what you can predict? Change, right? Because that's what Vegas does. The question will be, where does that change start and where does it end?
Dregs, I'm glad you brought up change because this is kind of where I wanted to go next. So the Oilers get this win against Vegas. And then now they get Colorado and Dallas, and obviously two teams that have been phenomenal so far this year. There are already people in this market who want them to fire Knobloch right now. And then, if they were to lose to Colorado and Dallas, I know we're going to be doing the show after those games, and people are going to be like, is it too late? So, I don't live in a world where that would be a reality. But I know a lot of people do. Do you think there's any chance that if the Oilers are middling for 2 more weeks, they actually would do something like that at this time of year?
Well, I mean, you can't say it's impossible. You never say never, as the old cliche goes. Is there a hunger level? Yes, there's a hunger level. But when you're firing your coach, I mean, it's just one of the few bullets that you can play, especially this time of year. It would be because any of the changes that you made around the trade deadline haven't manifested, right? And I think it's way, way, way too early to make that prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, he's touched every position, he being Stan Bowman. Is it a coaching issue? Is it a roster issue? If it's a roster issue, fellas, then that's not a coaching problem, right? That's a management issue. And I feel like that's more likely to get addressed in the offseason. And, if the Oilers don't go deep into the playoffs, I think change is an easy prediction, but I don't believe it's a solution. And I always say the same thing when you're firing coaches. Who's better? Who would they hire? Would it be Peter DeBoer? Just because DeBoer is...
That's the name that always comes up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be one.
Well, I think, look, Pete wouldn't be offended by me saying this. I mean, obviously he's a tremendous NHL coach. Hasn't been able to get his team to the Stanley Cup circle. Has not been able to. And if you, we can all remember the battle that he had with his goaltender, Jake Ottinger, in Dallas last year. And at that time, it felt like that was a coach that recognized he was at the end of his road in Dallas, right? And he was almost wagging his finger and saying, I dare you to fire me. And then he doubled down a couple of days later and ultimately got fired. So, if you're ownership, those are the questions that you would be asking. Okay, you want me to pay Chris Knobloch to the remainder of his term. Oh, and then you want me to hire a $4.5 million coach who hasn't been able to win a Stanley Cup. And who is doing that? Is it Jeff Jackson trying to convince Daryl Cates? Is it Stan Bowman? I guess it would be both. Is it Paul Coffey? A
little bit of everybody.
A little bit. To me, it feels like that's end of the season stuff as part of an organizational review.
TSN's Darren Dreger joining us here, a GS Construction Hockey Insider on the Firehouse Subs hotline. I wanted to get to yesterday as well. Sabres Lightning treated to a hell of a contest. Sabres have put together some tidy streaks this year. They're second in the Eastern Conference right now, 2 points, I think, back of the Hurricanes. You mentioned you prevented Parayko from going there at the trade deadline. They do go against Stanley and Shen from Winnipeg. Just given what this team is, what we've seen, I mean, we sit here and it's the Buffalo Sabres, so you can't
it's
really...
It's so weird to say it.
It's tough to drum into your mind that they are a legit contender.
They are.
Is this just kind of fool's gold, regular season vibes are high type of thing, or this is actually a team built to really go some distance?
Well, they believe that they're built to go the distance. And, man, that can be a powerful, powerful tool.
Yeah.
Especially at this point of the regular season and more or less now, on the cusp of that deep playoff push. But they've got to prove it. I mean, they're a better team than they were. Let's put it that way. And, just to wrap a bow on the Colton Parayko situation, if your viewers and listeners haven't read it, check out Jeremy Rutherford's piece in the Athletic. I mean, he walks through, talks to Colton Parayko, talks to the agent Jerry Johansson, acknowledges how this thing all came together, and then ultimately why it didn't happen. But I like the work that Jarmo Kekalainen did, because he was down the road deep on a Robert Thomas trade and then backed out because he felt like it was a supreme overpay. Okay, he backs away from that and then shifts over to either Colton Parayko or Justin Falk and believes he's got a deal in place with Colton Parayko. It falls apart. They run out of time. Buffalo says, time's up, Colton. You've got to make the call. And Parayko says, no, I'm not coming. Okay, well, he doesn't just sit there. kick line and goes, okay, well, there are other defensemen available. And he grabs two good ones from the Winnipeg Jets and Logan Stanley, who's an absolute beast of a human being out there at 6'7", covers a tremendous amount of ice, solid in the defensive zone, and yet a character guy, a depth defenseman like Luke Chen. So, sometimes, managers will go big game hunting, but it can be the deals that you don't make that you look back on and go, whew, thank God we didn't do that. I think they're a well-built organization, and last night was a bit of an indication of that. That one turned snarly. You saw that Brandon
early
Hagel
too. Yeah.
I mean, Hagel just went after Rasmus Dahlin. Just went after him, like popped him in the back of the head about 3-4 times. I don't think supplemental. He might get a fine or something along those lines, but a 15-goal affair and Buffalo comes out on top of Tampa Bay is just a wild one. It just shows that they can win hockey games in every way, shape, or form. And Lindy Ruff afterwards said, "I'm looking around seeing swollen faces, and I love it. Like, that's hockey."
That is a great line. Dregs, when's the next Ray and Dregs drop?
I believe tomorrow, and I'm not sure about later in the week. Normally Tuesday, Thursday, but some appointments getting in the way on Thursday. But the next one is tomorrow. So we did a post-trade deadline kind of look back on Friday night, but we'll revisit some of that. And with 20 games or so left in the regular season, I'm sure we're going to look ahead at what some of the top teams are facing and who might be the favorites moving forward.
Great stuff, man. Awesome conversation. We'll do it again next week.
Yeah, you bet, guys. Have a good one.
There you go. That's Darren Dreger from TSN. The reason that Colton Parayko didn't go to the Buffalo Sabres. He joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Remember, if the Oilers win 2 in a row, this thing could be activated here. The Oilers win 2 in a row, you can get the medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99. This thing's absolutely delicious. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. So don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation and start your injury claim. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
Sorry, one more time?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
Can you repeat the number one more time?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
Bob Loblaw on Lloyd says, great segment, Devin. That's what Bob was calling Darren on the.
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
that's yeah.
I tell you, that was
funny.
Full grade.
That was legitimately
for that.
funny. Yeah, that was good. I like that. If you didn't see, I watched it on Twitter when it came up, and that was really good. We'll get to it with CJ too, one of the stars.
Yeah, he
Chris
was.
Johnson.
Yeah,
he was
one of the bandits.
Yeah, one of the bandits.
The Rolodex bandit.
Let's get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Edmonton Sports Talk, title sponsor. Everything we do here all day long from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, plus pre and post game. The whole thing brought to you by our partners at Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app today. Click on EST Specials, and you'll see the early bird bet sitting there at plus 105. This is the Senators to win in regulation tonight, and Timmy Stützle to have a point. That's it.
In Vancouver.
They're playing Vancouver. They just hung 7 on the Kraken. I almost said the Seahawks. They hung 7 on the Kraken. They should have beat the Oilers. They got by the Flames. Been a pretty good road trip so far for Ottawa. The last game Stützle didn't have a point, January 22nd. Guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's on a heater right now. Nothing is a sure thing. You want to use your game sense when you are playing. Yeah. But I'll be shocked if this one doesn't hit. Plus 105. Senators to win in regulation. Timmy Stützle point. Plus 105. EST Specials page at Play Alberta. All right, coming up on the other side of 7:30 here, we're going to get into, that's a good for the Italian Center. We're going to give you the key word for the Cruise FM flyaway to Los Angeles. And we are looking for a head coach at the Heavy Hockey Showdown this Saturday. We're going to lay out that auction too. No, not the Oilers.
It'd be great if Pete DeBoer chimed in for the auction. Eh?
I'll do it. We'll come back around on the coaching conversation. Because you know that if they lose to Colorado and Dallas, which I'm expecting them to do, Colorado and Dallas are awesome teams this year. The others are a middling team so far this year. But if they lose to these two teams, the people who already want Knobloch fired are going to be yelling to the what do they call it, the mountaintops even more.
Well, coach change. Some of us want a GM change.
Not today, my man. Not today. All right, let's get to a sports update. We will, if you listen on 95.7 Cruise FM, couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins. You're right back with us. Don't go anywhere. If you're listening online, if you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. Tune in, iHeart. Sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. He's currently 4th on the list as next head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. Visit them at 983 1st Street in Sherwood Park.
Third period goals from Vasily Podkolzin and Leon Draisaitl saw the Oilers hang on to defeat the Golden Knights 4-2. Trent Frederick opening the scoring with his 4th of the campaign. Kasperi Kapanen added an empty netter to seal it. Connor Ingram, 24 saves in the win. The Oilers continue the road trip tomorrow night in Colorado. Edmonton just 2 points back of Vegas and 3 back of the division-leading Ducks, with Anaheim holding a game in hand. Elsewhere yesterday, make it 7 straight wins for the Atlantic-leading Sabres as they'd win in a wild one, 8-7 over the Lightning. Blues blanking the Ducks 4-0. Stars over Chicago 4-3 in overtime. Colorado taking care of Minnesota 3-2 in a shootout. Pittsburgh victorious in overtime as well, 5-4 over the Bruins, and Detroit shutting out the Devils 3-0. 5 games around the NHL tonight. The Edmonton Oil Kings 4-game win streak snapped yesterday on home ice as they fall 4-3 to the Prince Albert Raiders. Oil Kings back in action Wednesday morning at 11 when they welcome in Wenatchee. Over to St. John's, Newfoundland, and the Brier. Matt Dunstone capturing his first championship in Manitoba's first since 2011 as the Dunstone rink would defeat 4-time champion Kevin Cooey 6-3. Dunstone will now represent Canada at the Men's Worlds, which begin March 27th in Utah. Over to tennis in Indian Wells, Vicky Mboko and Felix Auger-Aliassime are off to the round of 16 as they were both victorious yesterday. Denis Shapovalov bounced by Jannik Sinner. Raptors with a season-high 31 from R.J. Barrett. They defeat the Mavs 122-92. Raps back on the court tomorrow in Houston. 5 games dot tonight's NBA schedule. Free agency negotiation window gets underway in the NFL this morning at 10 Mountain. The Dolphins already making a few moves. They're releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa and also sending Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Jets in exchange for a 26th 7th rounder from the Chargers. The Jets will reportedly sign Fitzpatrick to a 3-year, $40 million deal. World Baseball Classic action. Canada fall to Panama 4-3. Canada now sit at 1-1 in Pool A. They will face 2-0 Puerto Rico tomorrow night. And Akshay Bhatia outlasting Daniel Berger with a par on the first playoff hole to capture the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who springs his clock forward 2 hours to really get after it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
The evolution of man may not be so great. YouTube trend has revealed he eats bananas like a maid. Just pinch the bottom. It's a banana for you. Just pinch the bottom. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do. You should do it too. It's what gorillas do. Then they'll be just like you. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do. bottom.
They'll be just like you. Do. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do.
7:37. It's the Nielson Show on a Monday morning. Thanks for joining us for the ride. Today we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio and the Nielson Show today and every day. Brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson as well.
Weiss Johnson,
Weiss Johnson, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let's get into it. It's the final week of qualifying for the Cruise FM and MacMe College Cruise Flyaway Ultimate Sports Weekend Edition. Trying to send somebody to LA. I'm pre-scouting this for you this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to pre-scout. I'm going to LA tomorrow. I'm going to pre-scout it for you this week. It's powered by River Cree Resort and Casino, Rocket Out Salon, Smile Haven, and Solera Hot Tubs and Patio. You'll text the keyword I'm about to give you to the cruise contest line, 780-989-0957. It is a trip to Los Angeles from April 9th to the 12th. Round-trip flights, money for accommodations, 2 tickets to the Dodgers and Rangers. That's Friday, April 10th at 1 o'clock. 2 tickets to the Lakers and Suns, Friday, April 10th at 7:30. So you got the double dip, Friday afternoon, Friday night. And then 2 tickets to Edmonton versus the Kings, Saturday, April 11th at 2 o'clock. And then you would have the Saturday night to do whatever your little heart desires down there.
In La La Land.
La La Land.
City of Angels.
Well, that's a good nickname for it. What else do they call it? Those are the 2 main ones, I guess. Is there another cool name for LA?
Probably in some different language you could translate to
probably,
something else.
I guess.
don't know.
Anyway, your keyword today, you text it to the cruise contest line, 780-989-0957. Get yourself in the mix here. Might as well take a shot at it. Today's keyword is stick. S-T-I-C-K. Stick. Text stick to 780-989-0957 as in, hey, stick, thanks for the assist, said Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Maybe Rasmus Anderson should learn how to not break his stick. S-T-I-C-K. Stick is your keyword today.
Tinseltown.
Oh, Tinseltown. That's a good one. Yeah,
I like that one, Tinseltown.
That is a nice one. 780-989-0957. Send it to the cruise contest line. Trev15 text says, boys, I just got back from vacation hearing that song for the first time, What Gorillas Do. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious, and I love it. I can't wait for the albums to drop. Yeah, Trev's going to be doing a signing at HMV.
Sunrise Records.
It's a funny joke because HMV doesn't exist anymore.
I remember that place.
I loved HMV. There was a place in Lethbridge we used to go to all the time called, you would know this one, A&B Sound.
A&B Sound.
Remember that one? Or maybe it was dead before you even became a thing.
Yeah.
We had one in Saskatoon. It was a standalone building. Huge.
Yeah, that's what A&B Sound was.
Purple. Huge.
And you just went and bought DVDs and CDs, man.
They had it all. Actually, better. A trip to A&B Sound was slightly better than a trip to HMV.
I would agree with
the
that.
selection was a little
It was
more,
a better music selection.
Yeah, it was
at
a little
A&B
it was a
Sound,
tier
for sure.
higher. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is true. All right, best of luck to everybody getting in the mix there for the Cruise FM MacMe College Flyaway. Best of luck. I would assume we're probably doing the draw and calling a winner on Monday.
Yeah, somebody was asking about that
I
last
think probably
week.
a week from today.
Yeah.
I'll check in with the Cruise people,
Yeah.
but I think that's probably...
Do we do? Is that like we'll be calling it? Like is that kind of a?
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Okay.
handle that one. Orsai says Dusty's going to LA hoping to see LeBron, but he's currently sitting out with an upper body owie. Even Shaq's icy hot patch couldn't fit over his bruised ego.
Icy hot back patch.
He hasn't played the last 2 games.
How you feeling?
But he was a game time decision yesterday. And JJ Redick on Friday said that he was going to play yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming he'll play on Tuesday. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't have tickets to the games yet. I've been waiting. Because I'm only getting a single.
Yeah.
I'm assuming some prices are going to come down a bit.
Yes.
But my plan is, and tomorrow night's game, Timberwolves Lakers, is on TSN.
Oh, nice.
My plan is you guys will be able to see me because I'm going to be sitting like somewhere within 3 or 4 rows up from the Lakers bench.
I'll be watching, Dusty.
Yeah. So you'll just see one big oaf sitting there by himself loving every minute of it.
Going down on an ice cream.
Oh yeah, no way. I won't be doing anything except the odd beverage there. I don't want to get caught on TV crushing a dog and getting cheese all over me or something.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So anyway, that is exciting. I am excited about it. I'm sure he's good. I told Tam, I said I'm going down. And by the way, my wife is a saint. Like we were in Mexico. We were in Mexico.
Sure.
And then I was gone last week for 2 nights. And then people were like, how did, like Hernan the other day, remember when Hernan was sitting there on Friday, he goes, how do you do it? He goes, how's this even possible? How are you going to LA by yourself to watch the Lakers? I said, Tam suggests, he's been telling me for years to go. I got to see him. I mean, I'm going to die on this hill, obviously.
She's a keeper.
And then she's like, yeah, I'm starting to think that I should keep her around. You know, we're almost 16 years in this marriage. I'm thinking it might be an all-time thing, a forever thing. So anyway, yeah. So let's go to that's good for the Italian Center. Throw it up. I mean, this is that's good. This has been. I waited 23 years to call an NHL game. I've waited 23 years to watch LeBron play in person, and I'm getting it both done like within the same week of each other.
Pretty
so
cool.
that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
See him throw it down in person. That's gonna be.
I know. I can't wait. I just
LeBron.
When he goes in for a dunk, I just want to stand up and be like, I waited my whole life for this. Yeah. I was thinking for the second game, because I'm going to the Bulls game on Thursday too, I might try to get one close under the hoop. So if he's on a fast break and he falls down, maybe he falls on me.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right? That would be cool.
You end up on a poster?
Yeah.
Like of one of his dunks and I'm lurking in behind?
Or
that'd be like the Mendez brothers on the John Starks card.
Exactly, yeah.
Was that after they killed their parents or something? It'd be the same thing. It'd be the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm the guy that asked you the question on the podcast.
Yeah,
that should be your sign.
That's the sign. Yeah.
Remember me? I asked you about ring culture on your podcast.
Lots of words, like just
too long. You need a big sign.
I know it's kind of sad that a grown ass man is going by himself to watch another grown ass man, but I have to do it. If I don't see him play, I will never forgive myself. So
no, you got to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah. This is probably my all-time wife moment, though, to be like, just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
got to return the favor to Tam.
It's yeah, but I don't know what she loves enough to. I mean, she would probably just like to go away and just like have quiet for 4 days.
For sure.
Which I'd totally be fine for as long as my parents come up to look after the kids. Just kidding.
Who's going to look after the kids?
Gift card to one of those relaxation tanks.
Yeah, just here you go.
That should even it out.
It's only 30 minutes.
Yeah. Get a little peace and quiet here.
Yeah.
How much money would have to be on the table for you to like go on the court and like hug LeBron with like an EST hoodie?
Like somebody would have to pay me?
Yeah.
I'd do that for free.
Okay.
If I wouldn't get arrested, I'd do it for free. I was looking at like straight up, you know those seats that are between where they go to check in and the bench?
Yeah.
There's like some seats right there. I was looking at those. $28,000 a ticket.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I got 2 so nobody can sit next to me. It's just me. Yeah. 56 grand.
Tammy, if you're listening, this would be a great early Christmas gift.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but it's
watch that.
That's good for the Italian Center. We had that text in early on the Italian Center. I just want to re-hit that again because we're doing the Italian Center segment. Right
your
now.
boy Blue, was it?
It was your boy Blue. Texted in 554 says he wanted a conch and we gave him one for the Italian Center and their sandwiches. Work brought in an assortment of sandwiches. It was probably one of the best sandwiches I ever had in my entire life.
Kind of disappointed it's taken him this long.
I know.
But I mean, whatever, you're here now, and now you know.
You listen to this show and you haven't
now
had an Italian Center sandwich? Yeah. Come on. That would be good. I want LeBron to fall and get injured and be yelling, and I'm going to run on the court and be like, I got it. I'm going to have Mr. Miyagi that thing.
Pat in the county says a poster of Dusty with LeBron faking an injury and complaining to the officials.
Oh, please. Nobody complains more than Luka. Luka like got 16 texts this year from just complaining.
A poster, but even like imagine a card. Imagine you randomly crack a pack like next year, whatever. You know what I mean? And you put like it's just a base, like whatever.
Yeah.
But you're like just.
Oh, that would be pretty good. Anyway, I'm like I'll be like a child at this game. I'm going to record the chalk toss. I hope some of it sprinkles down on me. That'll be good. I'll float like Peter Pan when Tinkerbell sprinkled him with the
Try and
stuff.
capture some of it in a Ziploc bag. You
That's
can
a good
sell it.
idea.
You can
Yeah,
sell
I wouldn't
or
sell
just
it. I keep it
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
I'll get it framed immediately.
Just one little thing.
Yeah, that was good. Anything else from that's good? Oh, this I also want to give a shout out to the Ottawa Senators, who after I called that game last week, they gave me a game puck and the score sheet,
Cool.
which was very cool.
It is.
After the game, I went down and they gave me the puck and the score sheet and stuff. So that was
Quite the key.
pretty classy
Yeah.
from the Senators organization to do that. So that was kind of neat as well. All right, so a couple of things. We've got are you ready for the Heavy Hockey Showdown, Trev? It's going down on
About
Saturday.
as ready as I can be. I just need to polish up or sharpen my skates, and then I'm good to go. Yeah, I've been doing some stairs. I've been working on my cardio a little bit. So, but short shifts. Expect short shifts from me. Just a lot of hustle. And then I will say, like, I've been on the ODR maybe 6 times this.
That's
year.
more than last year.
It is, but like my first year here, man, it was the perfect winter, and I was like, man, like every winter it's going to be exactly like this one, where it was just like minus like 2 to minus like 10 for like 2 months. I swear, from like November to December, well, even part of January, I was just always on the ODR. And it hasn't been like, the point I'm getting to, it hasn't been like that at all this year. It sucks. So haven't been able to practice as much as I hoped, but I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be the worst.
As long as you're not, you
as
won't.
long as I'm not the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's playing? Me, Tommy, Zach, you, Belzy. Is Belzy playing? I hope he's playing. We kind of suck without Belzy.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was going to a tournament when I asked.
Oh, that would make sense. He is a busy guy.
Yeah, out of town. But
I'll have to find another ringer, I guess.
yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be a good time.
Looking forward to it, man.
And we need somebody to be our coach, and we'll raise some money for the charity. It's all in support of SACE, Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. And we've done this the last few years that we've teamed up with the Heavy Hockey Crew to do this. We auction off our spot as our head coach. So you will be on the bench calling the shots on Saturday. It's Saturday, late morning, early afternoon commitment. You will be on the bench coaching our team. You want to bench me? Go ahead and bench me. You want to put Zach and Trev out there on a penalty kill? Put Zach and Trev out there on a penalty kill. And there's lots of different things. It's a bold move, but there's a lot of different things that you can do here. So here's the auction. You get to be the head coach on Saturday for Team EST at the Heavy Hockey Showdown. You'll get a chance to appear on the Hangout. So you get to be on one of our shows. You get one of our EST limited edition hats that Lieutenant Eric is wearing right now.
It's a great lid.
And you'll get one of our EST championship sweaters, which I actually happen to be wearing right now. So you get this sweater, you get that hat, you get an appearance on the Hangout, and you get to be the head coach for our team on Saturday. 100% of your donation goes to the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton, and we'd love to have you out. If you would like to... If you would like to place a bid on this, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can submit your bid right now. 780-218-9999. We've had some beauties as coaches over the last couple of years, like just absolutely awesome dudes. So let's run that back again. You have a chance to be our head coach on Saturday. Be on the bench with us. It's at the downtown community rink. Awesome event. You'll be on the Hangout. You get one of our limited edition hats and these extremely comfortable sweatshirts that we have. I'm not even wearing the t-shirt today. I'm free nippling this thing.
I could tell.
Because it's so comfortable. All right? You say you can tell.
But, no, it's just it's a comfortable
you can tell with the
loose
way
fit.
it hangs,
And
right?
It's Champion, right?
Yeah, it's Champion.
Champion's great brand. These hats, I got to tell you, I said it last week. I've never had a hat that's fit as perfect.
Everybody's loving these hats.
And you mentioned too, limited. You can't just
those are limited edition.
Limited
hats
edition.
All right. So if you would like to, if you'd like to coach us this weekend and make a donation to the charity, the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton, submit your bid right now. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. We would absolutely love to have you, and let's raise some money for a very important cause that doesn't get a lot of the love that other charities around the city do. That's why Heavy Hockey Showdown has partnered with SACE, the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. You can also just go to edmontonsportstalk.com and make a donation if you want. You go to edmontonsportstalk.com, click on the Heavy Hockey Showdown. That'll take you to our page, and you can make a donation over there as well. But have you always wanted to hop behind the bench of a bunch of very average hockey players and grind out a dub? This is your opportunity. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in on that one. Downtown Dining Week begins on Wednesday, the 11th. More than 65 restaurants downtown have signed up for this bad boy. You can see all of the menus and plan your Downtown Dining Week accordingly at edmontondowntown.com/dining week. Now, we're going to be posting videos. All of our shows are going to a different downtown dining spot. And we're posting videos after the fact. Shanzi texts in and says, hey, guys, I'm just tuning in. Is it this Saturday for the head coaching gig? Yes, it is. This Saturday, head coaching gig. If you would like to join us, 780-218-9999 with your bid. Downtown Dining Week is the largest of its kind in Edmonton. 65 restaurants offering great deals on brunch, lunch, and dinner. So the Reed Wilkins show went out. Hernan and Gager went out. The Hangout went out. And
great variety.
And out of we're hitting all these different places. And we are going to L Furniture Warehouse today for lunch. We're going to be there early this afternoon. Trev, is this the place where you got that parking ticket that you're so mad about?
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought so.
It was.
Yeah, but you obviously deserve that parking ticket. But I remember you being mad about it. I've always remembered that was at L Furniture Warehouse.
Unbelievable, the audacity. That was, great poutine, great spinach dip.
Great poutine. Okay, that's good to know.
Great poutine.
I think I'll try it today.
Great buffalo chicken sandwich, great Caesar salad, awesome wings. I've had a lot.
Awesome wings, too. See, so this is one of those things where we go for lunch. Maybe we try a few different things.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I think that's probably what we should do.
You trying different things?
No, I'm gonna try the beef dip and the Cajun chicken cheddar sandwich and the poutine.
I was gonna say
beat the price though either. Really good bang for your buck at this place. Chicken sandwich is like $11 with the side. Where else do you get that in the city?
Yeah, actually, it is like the beef dip's $12.45.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How's that even possible?
I know.
In this economy?
Yeah.
Cajun cheddar sandwich, $12.25.
Yeah.
Chicken Caesar wrap, $11.95.
Really good.
Ooh, I could be interested in this. The classic grilled cheese and tomato soup.
It's right up your alley.
Have you taken a look at the menu here, Rick?
I am.
What are you leaning towards? What
beer battered cod, tartar, a little fish and chip
still
for
on
you,
that
maybe.
seafood from the ocean.
Never get off it. General Tao bowl. They have a dessert thing. They got pastas entrees. They got tortillas. 4 options there. They got the burgers. They got the handheld sandwiches. The appetizers look great as well. I am focusing in, and on their website, they do give a photo of a few of the menu items, and one being the Works 2.0 burger. Now, I've never eaten here. I've drank here a couple of times very late at night, to which I don't remember, so I can't really comment on the drinks. But that food, that Works 2.0 burger is looking at me right now, and it looks delicious. I'll say 2 100% beef patties, bacon, American cheese, macho sauce.
What's macho sauce?
We're going to find out. Lettuce, tomato, pickle on a Martin's potato roll. That's going for $12.45.
Oh, I see. There's the picture of it. Yeah, look at that.
That looks like a good burger, man. That to me, not too big. It's not a smashed, but it's just a perfect size. You can get fries or I made sub Caesar salad. Could also get the tomato soup with that as well, as you mentioned with the grilled cheese. So lots of options here. The burgers, handhelds. If you want to get a pasta, a fish and chip will always be a game time decision. We'll see, but
here are our options as starters, boys, and we should definitely do a starter.
Well, we got to kind of peruse the whole thing.
So let's discuss this. Fried pickles, spinach dip, poutine, which I'll probably get with my main anyway.
The next one, though.
Fingers and fries, chicken tendies and fries. I feel like we got to take a run at those.
Yeah.
Yam fries, wings. I mean, we could just share some wings. Glazed onion rings, crispy calamari. That sounds like something up your alley there, Rick.
Sure does.
Pierogies, loaded fries, and stacked nachos. Trev, what starter would you be looking at, buddy? What are you thinking?
Well, I've liked every starter I've had. I will say the last time I was there, the glazed onion rings. Are you a big onion rings guy?
It depends on the crunch around the onion.
Okay,
what
well,
I like to
maybe
do
LT
is
and I will
what
get
I
some
like to
onion
do
rings.
is open it up, pull the onion out, and then eat the batter.
That's what my grandpa always did.
That's pretty good. See, your grandpa and I are we're lost souls.
Onion rings, hold the onion, please.
That's just the batter.
You just give me a plate of batter, but still in the O shape.
Yeah, I want O batter rings, please.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe I know you like nachos. Maybe play it safe with some nachos.
Well, I definitely got to try their wings.
Yeah, the wings are good.
And as chicken tendy guy, probably should dabble.
It's always
in that a
good
little
to
bit as
sample
well.
though a place's nachos or wings.
Yeah,
Like those
Right,
are
that's
staples.
the
Like you want to
staples,
see
yeah.
what you got there. That's
but
Burger Boy 47 on YouTube is in the nasty chat this morning. It says, guys, I had the Works 2.0 on Saturday. Highly recommend.
all right.
And this is coming from a guy on YouTube whose handle is Burger Boy.
Well, you got to take that into consideration.
Like you kind of got to take Burger Boy's word for it. It's not like his name is Chicken Sandwich Boy and he's like, you should have the burger. It's delicious.
how is the macho sauce, Burger Boy?
What is macho sauce?
Well, somebody's saying it's made with.
It's got to be like a mayo ranch combo or something. What is it?
Vance Van Van says 27% Slim Jim in there. The macho, you step into Slim, which would be great, but no, it looks good. That burger, it's gonna be tough to go off that.
Anyway, we're looking forward to this. It is Downtown Dining Week. All of our shows are hitting up various restaurants. So watch for those coming out on YouTube and Instagram. The videos recapping everything as well. Downtown Dining Week offers dining deals on multi-course and multi-item meals. All restaurants offer the deals at a fixed price, so you know what you're spending. Fixed prices $15, $25, $35, $50, and $65. Once again, find out more info. EdmontonDowntown.com/Dining Week, or check out the hashtag online, hashtag DT Dining Week. But we're going to be down there
I
today.
see
for lunch.
espresso martini on the drink menu as well.
You're still going to be crushing those things after Mexico?
2 tequila sunrise, please, or 1 vodka sunrise, I guess, for you.
A vodka sunrise for myself and a espresso martini for
Hell
my
of a
friend.
cocktail menu, though.
I'll have to dabble in that a little bit as well, I guess. All right, top bid right now to coach us on Saturday at the Heavy Hockey Showdown is Chris with $200. We got to raise more than that for the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. If you would like to be our coach, Team EST head coach, you'll get a chance to appear on the Hangout. You'll be our head coach on Saturday. You'll get the limited edition hat and a champion sweatshirt, our EST sweatshirt, which is an absolute classic. Submit your bid, 780-218-9999. The 7 o'clock hour of the show has been brought to you by GameSense. Win gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. All right, our streak is at 37 in a row on Kind of Easy Trivia. Who would like to play this morning? If you want to play, text Trev right now, 780-218-9999. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. Huge shout out to Mr. Mike's in the Bonnie Doon Mall for having us there last Wednesday. The food was absolutely delicious and the location is awesome. If you haven't checked it out yet, that's the new one in Bonnie Doon. But if you want to play trivia right now, 780-218-9999. 3 questions too many coming up for the great staff of Park Mazda. Gager on the Oilers in Formula One just after 8:30 today. The wrap for William Huff with sound of the day, text of the day, all that fun stuff coming up before 9 o'clock as well. If you're listening on 95.7 this morning, tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio and better than ever. And if you're listening online today, we're talking on TuneIn. We're talking on iHeart. We're talking on YouTube. Hammer the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. We got a sports update for you for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
The Oilers kicking off a 4-game road trip with a 4-2 victory of the Golden Knights last night. Trent Frederick opening the scoring, his 4th of the campaign. Kasperi Kapanen adding an empty netter, while Vasily Podkolzin notching his career best 15th, and Leon Draisaitl his 34th. Oilers will visit Colorado tomorrow night Edmonton just 2 points back of Vegas, now 3 behind the division-leading Ducks, with Anaheim holding a game in hand. Anaheim shut out yesterday by the Blues 4-zip. Buffalo won a wild one over the Lightning 8-7. Dallas defeating Chicago 4-3 in overtime. Avs over the Wild 3-2 in a shootout. Pittsburgh over Boston 5-4 in overtime. And the Red Wings shutting up the Devils 3-zip. 5 games in the NHL tonight. The Oil Kings saw their 4-game win streak snapped on home ice yesterday with a 4-3 loss to the Prince Albert Raiders. Oil Kings are back in action Wednesday morning at 11 when they welcome in the Wenatchee Wild. Over to St. John's, Newfoundland, and the Brier Matt Dunstone capturing his first championship and Manitoba's first since 2011 with a 6-3 victory over 4-time champion Kevin Cooey. The Dunstone rink will represent Canada at the Men's Worlds. That starts March 27th in Utah. Down to Indian Wells, Vicky Mboko and Felix Auger-Aliassime are off to the round of 16 with wins yesterday. Denis Shapovalov bounced by Yannick Sinner. Raptors with a season-high 31 points from R.J. Barrett. They defeat Dallas 122-92. Raps will visit the Rockets tomorrow. 5 games in the NBA tonight. NFL free agency negotiation window gets underway this morning at 10. Some news trickling through this morning. The Packers are set to trade defensive lineman Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys for a 27 fourth-rounder. Dolphins, they're releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, also sending Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Jets. In exchange for a 26th seventh-rounder from the Chargers, the Jets will reportedly sign Fitzpatrick to a 3-year, $40 million deal. World Baseball Classic action, Canada falling to Panama 4-3. Canada now 1-1 in pool play. They will take on 2-0 Puerto Rico tomorrow night. And Akshay Bhatia outlasting Daniel Berger with a par on the first playoff hole to capture the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Very impressive. Taking a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine.
Girl, I can't understand it. Why you wanna hurt me?
That's why it's the Stanley Cup.
After all of the things I've done for you.
It's hard. It's hard.
I buy you champagne and roses, put diamonds on your finger. Diamonds on your finger. Still you hang out all night. What am I to do? My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Try, try, try.
Try, 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 try. Try, 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 try.
Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him plays quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try, try, try.
Try, try.
Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try, try, try.
Try, try.
Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try, try, try.
Try, try.
Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try, try, try.
Try, try.
Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's dry.
Leon Draisaitl with the eventual game winner for the Edmonton Oilers last night. Assist to Connor McDavid and the stick of Rasmus Andersson. Oh, God, is that funny or what? Nice to see the Oilers put the Golden Knights out of their misery again, am I right?
Good night, Golden Knights. It's a gentleman's sweet. Good night, Golden Knights. Cup and put you to sleep. You'll never be a winner, 'cause you can't beat Connor Skinner. Good night, Golden Knights. Oh, it is.
And if you are a
so
95.7 Cruise FM listener, you do not know what you're getting into if the Oilers win a series in 5 games come playoff time. Yeah, because it will be full-blown gentleman sweep show, and it'll be the craziest thing you've ever heard on the radio.
Get your livers ready.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. I can come back around to that there on your sound of the day, maybe a little bit later on. The 8 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions either. www.gdliquidators.com. If you're a big online auction guy, they got them every month. They're Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787 or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. We're going to get to kind of easy trivia. We got 3 questions too many coming up for the great staff at Park Mazda. Gager is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline, and then we'll have the wrap for William Huff. We are auctioning off the spot to coach us in the Heavy Hockey Showdown this weekend. You'll be our head coach on Saturday. You'll get a guest spot on the Hangout. You'll get our EST limited edition hat and this EST champion sweatshirt, like the one I'm wearing. Not the one I'm wearing. This is all sweaty and a mess, but you'll get one like it.
You have to pay a lot more than...
This one will cost you $1,000. It's all the proceeds are going to the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. Atif did have the top bid at $250. Chris has come back over the top at $300 right now. So the top bid right now to coach us is $300. All of the proceeds going to Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. It is this Saturday, and you'll be our head coach late morning, early afternoon. If you'd like to coach us and make a donation to charity and get some EST swag and hang out with us on Saturday, 780-218-9999. Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Looking for, how far away are we from big-time air conditioning season?
Well, you want to hop on that now.
It's time to get on it now. Yeah. I would agree.
Do your pre-scout.
Get a new Train furnace and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time right now. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit weiss-johnson.com today. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your texts, take home that Royal Pizza text of the day. Spicy vegetarian. Now available at Royal Pizza. Limited time only. All right, let's keep this streak alive. We've hit 37 in a row. Dave Jameson's going to be in with Eric the rest of the week. Jamo has even easier questions than us.
Yeah, all Indian Wells tennis.
Kind of easy trivia brought to you by Feast Mode at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Feast Mode has been activated. For just $39.99, you'll choose between the Emperor's Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup. And then you'll add either the 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo. Delicious. Feast Mode activated. Trev, who's going to play today, buddy? Who do we got?
Playing today is Trainer Mark.
Trainer Mark is going to play today. Needs to get 3 out of 5 correct. I like his chances. Let's go to Mark. Mark, you ready to roll, buddy?
Yeah, man. Just got done beating on a client, so she's sitting here listening. She wants to hear what this is all about.
Just so we know, Mark's a trainer. He's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Okay. I beat on her.
Yeah, a personal trainer. Trev will start the ticker after read the first question. Good luck, man. Here we go. Did the Edmonton Oilers win last night?
Yes.
What position does Aiden Hill attempt to play?
Goalie.
True or false? Jason Dickinson is a defenseman.
False.
Which auto racing circuit season began this past weekend?
F1.
What sport has an event called the Brier?
Curling. Curling.
Got it.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Oh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
All right, it's 8:13 on a Monday morning. Thank you very much for being here. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, thank you very much for rejoining the show on the FM radio dial. But we'd also love for you to continue to listen to the station all day over on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, over on YouTube as well. Download iHeart and TuneIn. They are free. Search Edmonton Sports Talk once, pops up, easily connects in your vehicle, and you're off and running with us the rest of the day. We'll have the Hangout from 9 to 11 today. We will have the Lock Shop from 11 until noon, the Oil Stream from noon until 1, EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager. You would have heard them on the morning show a couple weeks ago. They're from 1 to 3 every day. And then the Reed Wilkins Show with Reed and the glue guy, Jay Milne, from 3 until 6 every single day, all day on TuneIn and iHeart. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Where are we at right now? 11 away from changing 200. So let's keep doing that as well. And your thoughts on the game last night, Oilers and Golden Knights. We're going to dive into it a little bit with 3 questions too many, but I'm very curious. Like I have to think that the fan base should be happy with the win last night. The vibes on Twitter last night, though, I don't know if it's the way the roller coaster season's been going, but the vibes on Twitter last night, people were like, yeah, they got the win, but I still hate the Wade Knobloch. And a lot of people are like, they need to do more offensively. And I thought, but we've been saying for 2 months, they need to do better defensively. And then they do better defensively. They win the hockey game. And then I had people last night online bitching about the offense. I mean, yes, I get it. You want them to win every single game 7-0. That's not how it works. If you're going to play better defense, it's going to come usually with a bit of a sacrifice on offense. Is that unfair to say, Rick?
That's not unfair. I understand where people want to win 7-0 every game. I mean, that should be the goal from every team and every organization. I get that. That is the highest point of the ceiling. But yes, I mean, you're kicking off a road trip. We talked about it late last week that this is a bit of a buzzsaw here. Now you finished the road trip in St. Louis, but these 3 games, big competition. And we saw what happened Friday at home to the Hurricanes. So yeah, starting this road trip off with a big win, a 4-point night against a division rival in a sense where you kind of locked things down against them. I don't know why you should be, but again, 9 out of 10 organizations and fan bases would probably take it and move on. I'm just going to say, job done. I know a few people are saying,
was it brilliant?
Well,
Wasn't
well,
brilliant.
How about Colorado and well, that's tomorrow. We'll get there. You
and
go into Vegas,
they
you get
will
a
have
win.
to play better, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you go to Vegas, you get a win, job done, move on, enjoy it. You don't have to plan the parade right now, but you also don't have to get into the waters of who's going to coach the team next after a 4-2 win on the road against the Golden Knights.
Tom texts in and says that was their best game of the year last night. Now, I would...
Okay, well...
I wouldn't go that far, Tom, but I love your enthusiasm. I wouldn't go that far. They've had better games than the one that they had last night. But I thought they did what people wanted them to do, which was stop hemorrhaging goals against in a victory.
Yeah.
And they did it. If you can't be pleased with that win, there's no pleasing you.
Yeah, you want to eat the cake and do other things with it. Right?
I still don't understand that saying anyway.
Well, but I think that eating it, here's your cake, eat it too, and what else? Like, you want to wear it? You want to...
But is that saying in general a joke?
I don't know.
They want to have their cake and eat it too. That's what happens when you get a slice of cake.
Yeah, you don't just hold the cake.
Tim, that's why when people are like, "Oh, you want so much, you want to have your cake." It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's kind of a funny joke saying, I guess. Tom follows it up and says, they seem to be in control. That's what I meant. My bad. So he's saying it wasn't their best game of the year, but he felt like they were in control for most of that game.
Okay, well, yeah. Meet you there.
$780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. We're going to get to 3 questions too many in a second. Monty texts in and says, Monty here. I met Zach. That'd be our boy, Zacticum, Ice Cube.
Yes.
The Cube. I met Zach in line at Beer Fest on Saturday. Few things I noted. First, nice dude, clearly likes his boss. That's cool to hear. I like that. Second, firm handshake. Lastly, is everyone hired as tall as he is, or is it something in your water? No, Zach would be the second tallest person on staff.
He's a tall. He had a date, I do believe, as well on Friday. Did he not?
Is that where they were?
I
think that was Friday.
Saturday.
Beer Fest was Saturday.
The date was Friday.
What a weekend for Zach.
Is Zach taller than Gager and Glue Guy? They're close.
Oh, Zach's taller than those guys.
Think?
Gager's not super tall.
It's like 6'2", no? 6'1"?
Gager's not 6'2".
Glue Guy's 6'2".
Glue Guy's not 6'2".
He's told me it before.
Glue Guy's this much shorter than me? Exactly.
Maybe.
Glue Guy's not 6'2".
6'1" then.
How tall is Gager? Gager's going to be joining us a bit. Gager's 6 feet tall. Glue Guy's about the same height as Gager, isn't he?
Yeah.
Glue Guy lied to you about his height.
Maybe he said 6 feet. He's not a liar.
Fibbing.
He's a truther. He wouldn't lie to me. I misheard.
He's not a liar.
I'll defend him always.
He's a truther.
Forever.
That's, he tells the truth, is what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think he's 6'2", though. Maybe I'm wrong. Zach is definitely our second tallest guy, though.
Oh, we'll have to test it.
Rick, is Zach's taller than Gager and Coo?
He's a mountain of a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the handshake one is what got me. His handshake. He's always got a wet hand.
Yeah,
He's very moist. Yeah, he's very.
Zach?
He's just soaking wet.
It might be a firm handshake, but it's a slippery one.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Coob, are you listening right now? If you are, how tall are you?
And how was your date, Zach?
Yeah.
How
what
was
were they
it?
doing? They were going to go for wings.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, this was my piece of advice. We were in the office there, I guess it was a Wednesday or whatever. He goes, we're going to go for wings in this date. I said, get the dry rub.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you need is like gross, saucy
with those wet hands,
wing fingers with his hands on a first date.
Around there.
Dry rub or boneless. Because then he can use the fork.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would. Yeah, you're right. That's okay. Cam texts in and says, you guys should measure everyone in the doorway like when you were kids. Have like a wall here that's, we have one in our house. I measured the kids over the weekend because they just had their birthdays. Elizabeth grew just over 3 inches in the last year.
Sprouting.
What?
Yeah, Marsha was 2.5 inches. But yeah, 5'4" and 4'10". Giants.
That's really cool. I didn't grow much until grade 11. So my wall was very boring for like the first
Your wall
15 years of my
stops.
I grow like a
Doesn't even look like they're changing. It's
5 centimeters.
The name is like overlapping each other and stuff.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Every now and then I'd go on my tiptoes.
to be honest with you, man, that's sad. It makes me sad to.
I'd go on my
hear that.
tiptoes every now and then just to make me feel better. And Grandma was like, "You grew." I'm like, "Oh, an inch." And I'm like, I was on my tiptoes.
Lucas accuses Glue Guy of wearing lifts.
Maybe that's what it is. I know.
Take a look at his shoes next time.
I know someone we used to work with who wore lifts.
Changing 200.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. Well, he did. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who definitely doesn't wear lifts.
No, he comes in with
Park
stilts.
Mazda, your dealer for life.
He rolls in there. He puts pants in.
More of a
Hey
stilts
guys, good morning. And it's so obvious, but he plays it off. And then they
How tall are you, Mitch? I'm 7'8".
Staff don't want to say anything, like.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, that's he wears lifts. All right, if you have any questions, you can send them in. We might have time for more than the 3 that we have. Who knows? 780-218-9999. Question number 1. NFL free agency today? Is that why this question is coming in? I think it is.
10 o'clock Mountain.
Which quarterback do you think the Vikings should bring in alongside J.J. McCarthy? Cousins, Murray, Tua, or Malik Willis?
I wouldn't touch Tua with a...
Dolphins are paying him $99 million to go away.
So you said Cousins? You said Willis?
The question was Cousins, Murray, Tua, or Willis?
To back up a J.J. McCarthy.
Or compete with J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, like... I always have time for a Kirk Cousins. And he does have some history in Minnesota. But then
That takes more of the heat off of J.J. McCarthy. If you still think J.J. McCarthy can be your guy, and I think J.J. McCarthy is kind of getting the old not a good enough amount of time to prove himself sort of. You know how it is with NFL quarterbacks. It's like, oh, he wasn't good for 6 games. He's a bum. He's washed. Yada, yada, yada. He's Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl eventually. So, I mean, if you think J.J.'s still your guy, then you bring in Cousins. Would the next guy be Murray? Would it be Murray?
Yeah,
I'm a Justin Jefferson fantasy owner in a dynasty league. I really need this quarterback thing to work out, man. Who's the other
I would
guy?
say Cousins.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones would basically be your Sam Darnold again.
I'd have some time for Mac Jones.
I know the guy didn't ask about Mac Jones, but I might say Mac Jones.
I'd have some time for Mac Jones. Mac Jones or Kirk Cousins?
What do you think? 780-218-9999. Question number 2. Guys, who will win a Stanley Cup first, the Sabres or the Oilers?
Well,
this question stings. It stings because McDavid was supposed to be a Sabre, and then the Oilers steal him from him with the lottery. And now the Sabres look like a better team.
Interesting.
And you're like, oh no.
Ryan McLeod.
Yeah, Ryan McLeod, by the way, listed as their second-line center. Hottest team in the league since early December.
Well, if one of them are going to win first, I would say the Oilers. Due to the generational talent they have on the high end. You can't...
Yeah, but it's not just all about that, though, right?
It's not, and the Sabres are fun and frisky, but I just... Now, that being said, I guess looking at the East as it stands...
Like the Florida Panthers beat the Oilers because they were a deeper team.
I get it. And you could sit here this morning and make a legit case that the Sabres could be the Eastern representative right now as things are going. Like the Hurricanes, I get it, regular season darlings and all that. You know, every time playoffs come and the spring comes. But
it is a bit of a buzzkill for the Oilers.
I mean, we're having this question.
Yes, that maybe they find a way to beat Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, whoever survives. Hopefully the Oilers aren't wild card 2 and have to play them in the first round. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
You're hoping they're in that top 3 in the Pacific and can kind of, navigate the Pacific playoff picture. And, maybe it'd be great if they could find, I just wish they were better because the East doesn't have a Florida this year.
Right.
Like nothing against Tampa, nothing against Buffalo, nothing against Carolina.
Yeah.
It's not the Panthers coming out of there.
No.
Not Fred says, good thing they have McLeod because he will kill it in the playoffs, winning battles and throwing a body check. I still like that deal for both teams. McLeod's fit in very well for Buffalo, and I think Matt Savoy is going to be...
Sure.
I mean, he already, since the Olympic break especially, he's been excellent, but I think there's even more there with Matt Savoy. Like, I think Savoy should probably eventually... Now, he's good enough defensively that if you want him to just be a very good third liner, you can have at her. But, Trev, don't you think Savoy's smart enough and offensively gifted enough to be a really good defensive conscious with McDavid or Draisaitl?
Yeah. No, he is reading the game exceptionally well with Leon. Like they got a little bit of chemistry there. So I'd like to see him go back in the top 6. I think he's very deserving of it. He's got great numbers. He's always been he's had that offense in junior, and it's only time that it's going to start like showing in the NHL level. So yeah, I think the ceiling for him, he's a top 6 player. There's no way he's a bottom 6 guy. He's like, that's his career. No, he's a top 6 guy, and he's going to put up numbers for this Oilers team for quite some years, quite some time, I should say.
If you want to chime in on Savoy, 780-218-9999 or over on YouTube as well. But I don't know how you can't be insanely excited about what you're seeing from Savoy right now.
Just all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
good.
is.
And
Both
that's what-
ends of the ice.
Yeah, and that's what I like. Like, Leon's always, go get me the puck. Go get me the puck. He likes those kind of players.
Yeah, and he's also so much better defensively than Leon and Connor.
Yeah.
That
good attention to detail.
Like, yes,
He's
that'd
got
be
that-
big for those guys.
He's got that hustle, the back check.
I think he got a head tap from Connor on the bench recently.
did,
Was
yeah.
that last night? Was that?
I think that was last
right.
night.
That's
big.
That's pretty big too. That's
He was
like
doing that to Celebrini at the Olympics.
that's like getting the kiss on the cheek from the leader of the cartel or the mafia.
Well,
that's what it feels. No, is that a good? Yeah, that's a good thing. To get the double cheek kiss is good.
Yeah, one
Isn't
of the
it?
kisses.
What's the one that kills you?
It's not a good kiss.
Is it on the lips? If they kiss you on the lips, does that mean they're going to shoot you in the back of the head? I don't know.
Let's hope Savoy doesn't get a.
I haven't been in a mafia for a few years now. I forget how it worked. Question number 3, guys. I saw Ryan Whitney and David Staples talking about Stoff as a possible GM for the Oilers. Do you think it ever happens?
Yes.
I mean,
next question.
Let's see. How do I approach this? We always say, oh man, this is the most Oilers thing ever over the last little while. The Oilers hiring Stoff to be their GM would be the most Oilers thing ever. I want to say no, you probably shouldn't hire the radio color guy as your general manager. But Stoff already has more influence in the organization than he probably should anyway.
So I'm saying just make it official.
So like part of me, I like the answer should 100% be no. But the organization has been, since Cates took over, so bizarre that part of me thinks it's on brand for that eventually to happen. Which would be mocked mercilessly around the National Hockey League. But the organization kind of already is, because you've had Connor McDavid forever and haven't been able to do anything. No, you've been able to do some things, but you haven't been able to do the thing.
I think he deserves the title officially. Let's quit pretending.
780-218-9999 if you want to. No, don't bother. All right, we got Gager. We got Gager coming up. Gager's going to join us. We're going to get his thoughts. I know he's going to want to talk Formula One because that was pretty. I mean, the beginning of that race was awesome. But we're going to get his thoughts on the Oilers and the Golden Knights. And can you ever make anybody happy? 780-218-9999 is where he came. We'll find out exactly how tall Gager is. Quinn Phillips in the chat says, do you guys believe that I'm 5'9"? What? Yeah. My wife's 5'9". Quinn's about the same height as my wife. Trev, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'10" and a half, so I round up. I'm 5'11", and then I'm pretty well 5'11".
Like
so
5'9",
I'm
like,
6 feet. Then.
Yeah.
No, I say I'm 5'10" and a half, so 5'11". Yeah. Which if I'm 5'11", 6.
We'll see if Gager's taller than 6 feet.
I'm 6 feet, probably.
You're not 6 feet tall.
Of course I am. I'm 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, all right. All right, if you are watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. If you are
5'12",
listening on TuneIn or
said that
iHeart,
once.
we got a sports update coming your way. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM today, we got a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins. Then you're back with us, Joaquin Gage on the other side, on the Oilers, on the Golden Knights, on Ingram's play last night. We'll get his thoughts on Aiden Hill in general, how the new guys have looked so far, and the new cars in Formula One, and a great start for Mercedes. We'll get into all that coming up just after 8:30. Here's the update with LT.
Oilers 4-2 over the Golden Knights last night, kicking off a 4-game road trip. They're in Colorado tomorrow night. Edmonton sit just 2 points back of Vegas and 3 back of the division-leading Ducks, with Anaheim holding a game in hand. Other action yesterday, Sabres win a wild one over the Lightning 8-7. St. Louis shutting out the Ducks 4-zip. Dallas over Chicago 4-3 in overtime. Colorado defeating Minnesota 3-2 in a shootout. Pittsburgh victorious in overtime 5-4 against the Bruins, and the Red Wings shutting out Jersey 3-0. 5 games in the NHL later tonight. Oil Kings falling at home yesterday to the Prince Albert Raiders 4-3. That snaps a 4-game win streak for Edmonton. They're back in action Wednesday morning at 11 when they welcome in the Wenatchee Wild. Matt Dunstone capturing his first Brier championship and Manitoba's first since 2011 as they would defeat 4-time champion Kevin Cooey 6-3. The Dunstone rink will represent Canada at the Men's Worlds. That begins March 27th down in Utah. Over to Indian Wells tennis. Vicky Mboko and Felix Auger-Aliassime are off to the round of 16 with wins yesterday. Denis Shapovalov bounced by Yannick Sinner. Raptors with a season-high 31 points from RJ Barrett as they would knock off the Mavs 122-92. Raptors are back on the court tomorrow in Houston. 5 games in the NBA tonight. NFL free agency negotiation window gets underway this morning at 10 Mountain. Dolphins are releasing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. They're also sending quarterback Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Jets in exchange for a 26th seventh-rounder from the Chargers. Packers also set to trade defensive lineman Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys for a 2027 fourth-rounder. World Baseball Classic action. Canada losing to Panama 4-3 in pool play. Canada now 1-1. They will take on 2-0 Puerto Rico tomorrow night. And Akshay Bhatia outlasting Daniel Berger with a par on the first playoff hole to capture the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Joaquin Gage joins the show next as Hour 3 continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
I am a Zakai man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I'm the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. 3rd overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93. All the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went first overall. My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again and again and again and again and again and
again. 8:36 on the Nielson Show on 95.7 Cruise FM, on YouTube, on TuneIn, on iHeartRadio as well. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. El Presidente's thinking about getting in on the bid to be the head coach of our team at the Heavy Hockey Showdown. It's going to be running from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And we are looking for a head coach. Atif had it at 250. Chris has it at 300 right now. You'll be the head coach of our team on Saturday. You have a chance to appear on the Hangout. You'll get an EST limited edition hat and an EST Champions sweatshirt. Top bid right now is 300. All of the proceeds will be going to the charity, the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton, SACE, as it is known. And you can join us. Rob Clark's going to be there to sing the national anthem. Hunter the Lynx will be in the crowd. It should be a fun time. Even if you want to just come out and watch us play, be us versus a bunch of the heavy hockey listeners and stuff. It should be. That'll be a fun time. It was an excellent time last year, a fun time the year before. If you want to join us, it's downtown Community Arena this Saturday from 1 until 4. Attending the game is free. You come on down and check it out. You want to heckle us, you want to cheer us on. It's a lot of fun as well. Surveyor Brett says, remember, the coach's bid includes getting to yell at me as the referee. Yeah. It's worth the money. That is true as well. Yeah, you do get to do that as well. So if you'd like to place a bid to coach our team on Saturday, 780-218-9999. Top bid right now is $300. By God, it's Joaquin Gage.
DRS, DRS, drop that wing and try your best. Get up close, you've got to press, must be within 1 second or less. Show that speed, please don't swerve. Hey, look out, here comes a curve. Hit the button, be ambitious. Goodbye, Mikey, too judicious. Around the world, they will prance. Red Bull Ring to Paris, France. And you never want to finish second best. Push on and refuse to lose. Drop the wing and then use DRS. Look,
the song's a banger. It's dated now because there's no more DRS. But we are going to get to that with Joaquin Gage. Cash, One Ball Cash is texted in. He said he'd like to up the bid to $350. So Cash would be a good coach. He'd be a good coach on the bench. Cash has the top bid right now at $350. So El Presidente, you have to come in above that if you would like to coach our team on Saturday. Gager's going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. One more win for the Oilers here, and they unleash that Firehouse hot streak. 2 wins in a row. You get the medium brisket hat trick the next day for just $8.99. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. Gager, we will get to the Formula One stuff for sure. First of all, how tall are you, my man?
I think I'm 6'2".
Wow, Hockey DB has you listed at 6 feet.
He's grown.
Are you taller than Zach or no? We're debating this right now.
No, that's because I believe if you look at my first card, and that's old Central Scouting stuff, I think.
Hockey DB uses the on your first hockey card. Is that what they did?
I have the 1986-87 Oilers official media guide. Okay. I can look in that and see afterwards. But I get up, but I'm not wearing any pants. So
is Zach the second tallest person on staff?
I don't know. Probably because he kind of hunches too a little bit, right?
He does hunch.
He's got the rolled shoulders. I think Zach could be a little bit taller. How big's Jay? Jay's taller than I am, isn't he?
I don't think Jay's taller than you, man.
I think he's got
Trev was in a hot tub with him once. He's like, he's 6'4".
I said 6'2".
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you guys are both 6'2". Zach's got to be 6'3", though.
Yeah, Zach's
I'm
tall.
imagining Zach, maybe because Zach's like rail thin, he looks taller. Maybe that's what it is. In the end, you know what? In the end, it doesn't matter.
He wears those baggy clothes that kind of hides his height.
That's true, too. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. All right, we'll get to the Formula One stuff, but Gage, your thoughts on the team not hemorrhaging goals against last night and winning a hockey game. That was a tight one in the third.
I said it last night on the pre and post game show. That's the kind of game that the Oilers needed. A hard fought, low scoring affair, and kind of get a little bit more confidence on the defensive side. They looked a little bit more comfortable playing defense as the game wore on. It was a good game, and they were able to seal it late. again, great goaltending from Ingram. A few hiccups here and there, but overall, when you looked at where they were in the standings, this was as close to a gotta have it kind of game than you've had all season long. Now they've shortened the distance between them and first place, and I think we can all agree that finishing at least in this top three is a necessity with the strength of the Central Division.
And what did you see from Vegas, just given the fact that you look at the division and, it's been tight all year, but some people out of market maybe put the Golden Knights up there based on prior success and what have you. They're kind of falling really back down to earth. But I mean, I said this, I wasn't really too impressed. Like they don't really scare me one bit.
Definitely a slump. I mean, they caught a few unlucky breaks too, right?
Yeah.
The offside completely changes the complexity of the game. The assist from Rasmus Andersson on the Edmonton Oilers goal. But I do like the way the Vegas Golden Knights play. It's a physical, robust kind of game, funneling pucks to the middle of the ice. I look, it's one game. Granted, I haven't seen a ton. I don't watch Vegas tons.
Yeah.
I watch highlights, and they seem like a grinding style team. And was it their best effort last night? Probably not. They looked a little bit. Once the Oilers got ahead, they seemed to slump the shoulders a little bit just because of, I think, this losing streak that they're on. But they're still a really good team, and it'll be very difficult to win 4 games against them in a 7-game series.
Gager, which one of the new guys has impressed you the most so far?
Oh, last night, although he stood out to me only a few times. But, Murph is good. I think it was Murphy, probably the one that impressed me the most, I guess. Dickinson, he got railroaded a few times. But Murphy, just with his demeanor out there and his communication, it was what I noticed a lot of. You can really see from the second game, he's really got his feet under him, I think, for 2 games in with the new team. Before every draw, he's talking about positioning, where everyone's going, kind of organizing everything. That's what you get with a really an experienced defenseman that's played in the NHL for that amount of time, right? So, there was always battle in him. He was first to engage a lot for real estate in front of the net and making it a little bit harder on Knights to grab positioning, which I think has been a trait that's lacking with the Edmonton Oilers decor to a man, I would say, up to this point in the season.
We rightfully so gave Vasily Podkolzin his flowers this morning in the morning after show. He got the 4th star and the Prolux Lighting Bright Light of the Night. Career high now in goals following last night. Doesn't matter where he's asked to go in the lineup. He continues to perform. And I mean, that's just, what more can you say about the guy? I know that there's top end talent on this team, but everybody likes to argue about depth and everything. I mean, he is just kind of a mascot, if you will, a good measuring barometer of this team. And, a guy that consistently brings it in different phases, though, not flashy, but what he does really kind of sets a tone and an example.
2 things about Vasily Podkolzin is the one, isn't it nice to have a player that another organization is going, why did you get rid of this guy?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's really great. I think we looked in last night. I think he's if he were to be on the Vancouver Canucks right now, he'd be tied for the team league in goals. But guys, don't you think that Podkolzin is the heir apparent to Zach Hyman? That's how he's looking to me. He's a younger Zach Hyman right now that's really starting to develop into that grinding pit bull kind of style of play. I think that once he was able to kind of shed the first rounder mantle in Vancouver and just try to figure out what type of player he needs to be successful, he's flourished. And the fact that now he's a tool that Knobloch can use, not only just with Leon, like he's shown that he can play well with other players. And actually, he's more of a catalyst than anything else. You need to get a line going, not unlike Zach Hyman was and still is. You put Hyman on any other line, and it seems to gets that motor going. He's another motor that plays a style of play that kind of drags everyone into the fight. So yeah, tremendous season for him. A great signing. Arguably the best signing. Well, there's three really great signings. There's the Ekholm, there's the Hyman. I guess the Ekholm's a trade, but the signing of Podkolzin is one of the biggest moves that the Edmonton Oilers have done over the past few seasons.
And piping him from a divisional opponent too in the Canucks. That's all the more.
You give up a fourth rounder to get him, and then you keep him around at a very reasonable number.
Yeah.
It's a tidy piece of work for sure. The other guy I wanted to talk about is Matt Seavoy, who's been outstanding since the Olympic break, and I liked his game even before it as well. But Gager, with his ability, like he's a very solid defensive player for a younger guy, kills penalties. I think the offensive game is coming. Is he not their second line winger for the next 10 years? Like, is that not what they're getting here in Matt Seavoy?
I think you hope so, Dusty. I mean, he looks like a guy that with way more confidence than from even the beginning of the season. And not that he didn't, but you can see the skill starting to take shape. You would probably know more just from, you did call some of those Moose Jaw Warrior games.
Yeah, he was in the WHL final that year I did this series, and he was outstanding, man. You could just tell. You're like, oh.
Yeah, you're starting to see that type of player come through. It was funny. Tommy asked me who to compare him to, because that's essentially what we do all the time. What kind of player is he going to turn into? And I think Tommy had a great one. It was my ex-roommate, Dan Cleary, where he's kind of like a little bit like Danny was, but I think he's a little quicker than Danny was. So, and Cleary had a great NHL career. So I think the actual ceiling's a little bit higher for Seavoy, but we'll have to wait and see. But he's another guy with that's finally figured out, I think, what makes him successful in the NHL. But I think there's it's a rough diamond so far. And once you polish that off, he'll be in a second line position for sure.
To the grid, Gager, Formula One season, Australian Grand Prix, Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, and of course, kind of the same old Ferrari picking up where they left off in a sense there. But what are you pulling from Elbert? Dusty mentioned too. I mean, the start.
We were texting during the start. I was like, oh my God.
That's going to shape up to be a good season, whichever team or driver you support.
It was amazing, the cat and mouse that through Leclerc and George Russell, right? Just trading positions, and the whole talk was that this battery, they have to slow down on the straight to recharge. But I think it might provide more racing, even though it's a little bit slower. Like they had some comparisons in the years past, but you can't tell me that starts, and even in the midfield, some of the exciting passing that was going on throughout the entire race. I couldn't believe it. So it works. The cars, you can follow behind for way longer. It doesn't seem to rip up the tires as much. But it's to see all the DNFs start falling off too. So we're still going to see some reliability issues. There was some heartbreak, obviously, with Oscar Piastri going out on the reconnaissance lap, which was absolutely ridiculous. But I can't wait for China. It's going to be a completely different race. Now, Ferrari, I mean, you heard Lewis Hamilton going, you should have pit one of us, you know, and I read a thing from Freddie Vasseur, and he said it was the optimal idea was us to go a little bit longer.
Were they hoping that Mercedes would need a second stop? Is that what they were?
I think I think they just looked at the performance, and they saw that they weren't tearing up their tires too much. But I still think it was a mistake, Dusty. They should have pit at least one of them just to see.
Let's say they pit Leclerc, Gager. Do Leclerc and Russell have that back and forth the entire bloody race?
Yes.
I hope that starts happening where you see like a dozen lead changes.
The only thing that race missed was through goes Hamilton from Crofty, which I thought was going to happen soon because those guys were battling and Lewis was closing the gap, right? So George was pretty funny afterwards. I guess he he was saying that, well, I've got a flight with Lewis. I'll try to get to sleep early because he's just going to congratulate me and then talk to me about how bad the ratio is on my car and how it's the FIA's got to get something done. But I mean, when you look at the leaderboard afterwards, everyone's pretty close, and Max Verstappen going 20th to 6th is obviously ridiculous. This Lindblad, Lindblad,
great debut for him.
Unbelievable, right? So you had Ollie Behrman have another good race. This is going to be awesome. I was fully in. I had all 4 screens going with helmet cams off that start. It was just a great start to the season.
So Leclerc finishes on the podium, but it did not look like Lewis was better.
Lewis said that's why he was so excited and was happy with the 4th place finish afterwards, because he said if there was 3 more laps, I would have had Charles.
Well, he almost had, because he made up like 5 or 6 seconds, and Leclerc didn't make up anything on the 2 Mercedes.
Yeah, and he pitted before Lewis too, right? Lewis went longer. And I think Leclerc kind of burnt some of his tires, but Lewis had a lot left, and I think you saw he was 0.6 off by the end of the race. So for Ferrari fans, the only thing you really have to worry about so far is just the strategy and how that goes for. But we'll see. Next week's a sprint race too, so this is going to be a lot more racing, which will. Hopefully it has that much passing and things in those sprint races, because usually it's all about qualifying in those types of scenarios.
It's just one race, but it is interesting seeing 2 teams get all 4 spots in the top 4. So people are asking, what about Red Bull? What about McLaren here, Gager? How do you expect them to factor in?
I listened to Tim Hraney's podcast and another one that I listened to, and they all said that the gap is a lot closer than you would see in a scenario where with regulation changes and changes to the car. And he says that, within the next few races, the gap will start to close a lot more, which is really exciting, because you don't want to just see one team just develop and go off into the sunset like we saw with Max. And for a few years, he would start the race and then we'd see him at the end, right? So I think you'll see the other cars start developing a lot quicker than they did in the last.
We're at them bidding.
Top bid right now is $1 ball cash at $350 to coach us in the heavy hockey showdown. So that's big as well. Let's get to your sound of the day. Then we got text of the day still to come as well. Sound of the day, I think we got to go back to the Oilers beating the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Good night, Golden Knights. It's a gentleman's sweet. Good night, Golden Knights. Cup and put you to sleep. You'll never be a winner, 'cause you can't beat Stuart Skinner. Good night, Golden Knights. Oh, it is so sweet.
It is so sweet.
Sweet.
So sweet beating those Golden Knights. I'd take a 7-game series against them. I'd take a 7-game series against anybody in the Pacific.
Yes.
That's why there's still hope for them. Now, the Pacific is awful. I don't even think the top team in the Pacific is even in the playoffs in the East. Like, it's a really, really, really bad division.
The top team in the Pacific right now is a -10 goal differential. So
let's get to your text of the day today for Royal Pizza.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
It was a fun Monday in the old Paris Jewelers inbox today. I think we can say that. Text of the day is for Royal Pizza, still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. You can order online today, royalpizza.ca. And available now for a limited time only, the Spicy Vegetarian Nacho Man. Bring that one back. We were talking about it in the 6 o'clock hour today. Because a couple of things. I talked about how I got my phone screen fixed after the Mexico trip at a place called Dr. Phone Fix. And Fergie's prostate had texted in and said he was going in for yet another knee surgery today.
5th in like 5 months.
Yeah. So what did Nacho Man say?
He just texted in simple, Dr. Knee Fix It. Find one of those. Yeah.
I want a knee surgeon to go by Dr. Knee Fix It.
Just knees.
That's it.
That's specialized.
Doesn't work on ankles. Doesn't work on femurs. Doesn't work on fibulas.
Hey, you come in there. Can you do 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, can you do something with this knee? You know what? Leave it with me for 45 minutes. Come back and get it.
Yeah, simple.
It was funny when I dropped off my phone because they're like, come back at 3 o'clock. And I looked at her and in my mind, I'm like, how am I going to know it's 3 o'clock without my phone? So we just sat around at Wayne's. I kept asking people what time it was.
What time is it?
Trev, you have a watch. Yeah, that makes sense.
Very convenient having a watch.
That does make sense. That was man. I have to say this, boys. It was fun being here with you guys today.
Yeah, have a great week.
I look forward to next Monday too. Yeah. Dave Jameson is going to be in for the rest of the week as I am living another childhood dream and going to see LeBron James play in Los Angeles. And I'm not coming back until he plays. I've already told Tam this.
Okay.
If he doesn't play on Tuesday or Thursday, I'm staying.
Extended stay.
I've already told the kids.
I'm not leaving.
Elizabeth's very concerned. She goes, Daddy, what if he doesn't play for 3 weeks? Forever? I said, well, then I guess I won't see you till April, Muzz. So, yeah.
Retires.
So I'm follow my social media for all the adventures of me in La La Land. I'm planning on taking a Uber to a sports card shop down there.
Sure.
There's a massive card shop called Burbank Sports Cards. And I'm rolling in there hot on Wednesday. That should be a lot of fun too. So anyway, I'm going to go watch the greatest basketball player of all time play on Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm very excited about it. It should be a lot of fun. I will be on Lock Shop today from 11 until noon and then Oil Stream from 12 until 1. Who's on the hangout today? Is the Merman back in?
Merman.
Yeah. Have we heard from the Merman since
Mondays
the trades? No,
we
haven't. Well, that'll be good. I look forward to hearing that. So Tommy, Maddie, Murray McCourt locked and loaded for you on the hangout. What's coming up on 95.7? We're going to get you back to classic rock right away. Tesla Signs is on the way. And if you want sports talk the rest of the day, just download iHeart, download TuneIn. They're free apps, and you can stream the station the rest of the day or go to edmontonsportstalk.com, click on the audio player, or just turn on autoplay on YouTube and watch on YouTube the rest of the time. One Ball Cash has that top bid right now at $350. So Cash is looking like you'll be calling the shots on Saturday. For YouTube Travel Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielsen. Thanks for listening. Talk to you at 11. Take it easy.